All right, here we are. What's up, guys? Jigglypuff close. New XY Primal Clash split. And new Charizard rare candy. Wow. So the title today is all about these breaks that have been going off. Here we are. Man, I don't know what it is. I got yet another headache. It's the same neck headache that I had the other day. So I've been struggling with headaches ever since we started that Wegovy, man. I just took a painkiller like 15 minutes ago, so hopefully that starts to kick in. We're going live for Thursday morning. There it is. I'm not trying to shout here. I don't know. It's like a migraine. It's very similar to a migraine. Actually, I was talking to AI, and it speculated that maybe I'm just overworking or something. And I was like, no, I didn't even stream that much. But then I was thinking about it. It's like, after I'm done with the stream, I really do just work more. We are. All right, so Team Rocket Grind, he needs a address update. Let's get the website plugged up. Let's grab this. All right. Here we are. Ooh, the screen's kind of red. Don't you hate that? Why does it do that? I turned off a setting to try and stop that, and it didn't work. Hey, mister, it's my birthday. Can I get a free ones? Happy birthday to Mr. Big John. How's it going, man? Happy birthday. All right, let's turn the iPad on. iPad goes on. Come on now. There we go. Major headache, dude. I took a painkiller, so hopefully it goes away while we're streaming. Just crazy. I can't be relying on painkillers all day, man. All right, let's see. We're going to click on... Does it not show my new stream? That's crazy. It doesn't even show me my own stream. How can that be? It's my stream, and you're not showing it to me, like I'm not live or something. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, I just clicked on it. Very good. I think it's just because it was too early. Takes a second. Wow, that is the sunlight turning the camera red like that. Can we get a normal color? Ah, there we go. There's a normal color. But look, now it turns red again. It's because the sun's so strong. All right, I just finished a PSA submission, so that's what I was working on before we went live. That's part of the reason why we didn't go live instantly. But I finished that PSA submission as a booster pack submission. And now we need to go in and cancel Mr. Team Rocket Grunt's order. So give me not his order, his shipping. It's me, your BFF. Hey, what's up, Joey Albrecht? Hold on, let me scroll up on here. That looks better. I bought a spot in the Wiggly Jiggly. Yes, that one's going to go off for sure. Let me close this. And that's the PSA shipping. So this one, Jose Trevino, Team Rocket Grunt. We got it. All right, Team Rocket Grunt. We're going to go ahead and cancel that one. Request a refund. All right. So that is being refunded now. Good. Now we're going to head back over here. I need Team Rocket's bag again. Oops, did I just unplug the laptop? The laptop has been, it's been coming unplugged really easily. I think the plug's wearing out. Let's go find his bag. I think I took it over here. All right, I'm back. Debating on more than one spot or split in a different break. Yeah. Very tough question to answer. Now, we have to go remove Team Rocket Grunt from our contacts. By the way, the music today is Team Rocket Grunt. The music today is Minecraft. So this is like their new soundtrack or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and delete his old address. There it goes. Now we're going to head back in here and start building up his new address. All right. I have to log into PayPal for this one. Anyone jumping into the binder break? Not yet so far. It does have a lot of stuff in it, though. Binder break's pretty full. Let's see. I'll show that off in a minute. There's always a lot of cool stuff on the table to choose from. So if something's getting close, I'll highlight it. I'll point it out. The Jigglypuff is really the interesting one right now because someone just said they bought a spot, so there's really just 2 spots left and it's over. So the Jigglypuff one is interesting. All right, here we are. Team Rocket Grunt. Clicking on him. Now, does this match? New address is blah, 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 blah. So there it is. We've got the new address. Good. And this should say this. Okay, and this should go here. So we had to edit that address a little bit. And then let's go grab his email. All right, he must be having a great time because he really did just pull some great cards last night. Okay, and we're ready to print postage now. It just has to calculate the postage. Oh, my neck. I've like this neck headache going on where my neck hurts really bad. You guys ever get that? Usually it's the beginning of a migraine. Oh, man, look at that sunlight, dude. The sunlight changed the whole stream. All right, we'll zoomed in a little bit. Let me pull these back off. We're zoomed in a little bit because the sunlight is causing the stream to turn red because freaking Apple has to do color changes and stuff like that. I hate that stuff. So tired of it. I'm ready to swap to Android, guys. I can massage your head. That might help, actually. AI speculated that it might not be related to digestion and instead, it might actually just be that I'm overworking and not sleeping enough. But I don't know. I feel like I am sleeping enough. All right, there we go. I had that because I didn't get good sleep. Actually, I didn't have good sleep. Karis kept waking me up. She was having a bad night. You are? She's kind of feeling ill right now. You are? All right. So she woke me up a ton last night. All right. Very good. Here, let me rub my head for a second. Yes. Rub me like a drum. Yes, a scalp massage sounds wonderful. Zoom out. Okay, where can we go? Where can we go? Right there? Okay, that's where the sunlight doesn't hit us anymore. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. When is One Piece doing a Netflix card set? Hey, what's up, CS Man? He goes, that's a 1990s reference. The was up? I think, unless that's not was up. D. Wiseman, it's Daniel Wiseman. How's it going? I get those from having shoulder muscle issues. They tighten up and work up your neck to the back of your head. I really feel like a strong massage to my shoulders and neck would probably play a big role in reducing the pain from whatever this is. It's like a headache caused from my neck, but usually that precedes a migraine. Could it just be overworking? Like last night after the stream, I make dinner and then I sit down and I just get to work on my laptop and I go to bed. I guess I didn't get very good sleep. I just kept getting interrupted. And then I wake up and then I start doing the PSA submission. And then just from the minute I wake up, I didn't have any breakfast, by the way. Just from the minute I wake up to the moment we go live, I'm just working on that PSA submission. And then I'm late for the stream because of the PSA submission. And so here we are, and I just have this awful neck ache. And you know what? It was a very slight, maybe like an irksome pain at the very beginning of the morning, and now it's a full-blown neck pain. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe I just needed to, relax or something. I don't know. Elder Millennial. Yeah. Elder Millennial. How's it going? So, what just made it into the vault? They said some items made it into the vault. Roaring Skies Rayquaza, Merlin Sticker Gengar. What's the third item? It said there were 3. Okay. Okay, I'll just get rid of this now. Here's Victor Kokiko. He says 2 spots in Cubone. Cubone, guys, really cute. I know you say no advertising. How much money for me to advertise? Law, you said everything has a price. If you seriously want to advertise, what you can do is contact me in Discord and just mention what you're hoping to accomplish, like what your ad campaign is. And then I can just do a shout out or something. Or it's probably not very complicated. It is. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Okay. Tossing this over here. Bet. It's the parasites. Could be. I was just learning about parasites in salmon and how people don't always cook their salmon properly to kill the parasites. That's pretty gross. That's interesting now. This has 4 spots left. Wow. It's a pretty good card, too. Anthony Rodriguez says, jump me into the Wigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Did I say Wigglytuff? All right, here you go, Mr. Anthony. All right. I sent a carrier pigeon. Please respond. I showed you a picture of my dick. Please respond. This ticks up to 8. So this is now 8 out of 10. 4 spots left, 2 spots left, 13 spots left. These are some... Oh, look at that. The sunlight's just kind of moving now. Is there a way to block it, maybe? Maybe I can block it. Yeah, there we go. I blocked it. All right, we're good. We're good. That sunlight was a bit much. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt himself asked for a spot on the Lego break. Let me take care of that. He's going to contact me and say, like, you forgot to do that. Oops. I didn't. I got it. Just got a little later. Got a little bit later. Speaking of elder millennials, I saw a single white hair on my head and thought, well, there it is. But turned out to be cat hair few. You know, my dad kind of kept his hair really well over time. But when I was like 17 and 18, I already had gray hair. I had gray hair at like the age of 17 and 18. I didn't really go bald though. So I had an uncle who went fully bald, but I kept some hair on top of my head, so that's nice. But I know for a fact my hair is thinner and it has receded somewhat. So I do have older hair now, and it's a lot grayer than it used to be. I got a lot of gray hair now. I don't mind. I think I look good with gray hair. I look like a distinguished gentleman. I'm a gray hair type of person. Here we are. I'm a type of person where I don't mind the older look. I just wish it didn't mean it meant I was closer to dying. So if it was just a style, I like that look. I like the older look. All right, so now we've got... Yeah, I don't like the other stuff that comes with it. Mr. Daniel, 6 packs of Riftbound. May I request at least the uncommon cards added to the bag? Sure. I don't even know what that is, an uncommon card. Let's see. 6 packs of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what an uncommon card is. Was about to tell you, don't worry, I'm always here. There's snipping 1, snipping number 2, snipping number 3, snipping number 4. So we are started. It's Thursday. Thursdays tend to be a little bit busy. I think people are pretty close to their paychecks on Thursday, especially Thursday evening. There we go. People tend to let loose a little bit. But I will say this, on Wednesday, we were packed, dude. Wednesday was nuts. Wednesday was absolutely crazy. We got so many sales. All right, so what is an uncommon? I'm gonna bet it's these triangles. Am I right? Well, that's a circle again, though. All right, we've got Azir, Fire Below the Mountain. Fire Below the Mountain. It got a triangle. Why do you think someone tried to hack my blank blank? I want to watch TheCardconomist. The what? I haven't seen that word in a long time, dude. All right, what do we got? Oh, Simeon. Aspiring Engineer. Okay, so but that's a hollow. Here's Akshan and Rel. Rel. And the foils, too. Oh, I was going to keep the foils. You want the foils? I thought I was just going to keep those, bro. Here's... So you like the triangles. And here's Orn. He's very orny. Oh, some kind of special energy card from the looks of it. So you got a special energy card. Very pretty. All right. Ow, my neck. Dude, my neck is hurting so bad, it's insane. I hope that painkiller works. Okay. Here's J. Medarda. Sounds Medarded. Here's Bard. And here's Relentless Pursuit. Ow. Oh. Closer to dying is crazy. Yeah, when you got that old look, it means you're closer to dying, huh? Here's Riftbound. Riftbound has a couple of these. We've got Recurve Bow, Lucian, and Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai, he looks like a bad guy. Rek'Sai the bad guy. You know, I never played League of Legends. I've seen other people play it, though. I've watched it online, too. I've watched, like, tournaments before, but I never really understood what was going on. I also like to watch StarCraft. You guys ever watch some StarCraft? Hextech, Azir, and Geld. All right, so your big hit appears to be the energy card called Mind Rune. Congratulations. These packs come with a lot of bulk. It's a ton of bulk. Looking into getting a TENS unit, wear it while streaming to see if it helps your shoulder muscles loosen. A TENS unit. Oh. The problem is I get this really bad neck pain, and it travels up to my head eventually. But I don't know exactly what's causing it. I actually suspect it's related to a digestion. How crazy is that? I feel like it's related to digestion. Here it is. All right. Like my body's not having a great time digesting food, and then I get a headache from it. So, Daniel, did you need a new bag? Added to the bag. Okay, sounds like you already have a bag. It's a muscle stimulator with the sticky pads. Darwin, David, Darwin. Wow, Darwin's got a lot of bags, that's for sure. Where are we going to find you? A muscle stimulator, huh? I'm going to need some stimulation. How's the video game coming along? Yeah, so Karis and I started working on a little Advanced Wars type video game. And there's progress. I don't know, it's kind of funny. I'm kind of coming up with the commanding officers, the CEOs. And our goal is to not really get stuck on anything. It's just to move really fast, get it all made. And so I'll be grabbing shipping sometime in the next couple weeks. You should be in a big bag place. Okay, let me check an overflow box. Could be in the overflow. So I'm coming up with the commanding officers. Here we are. And one of the tricks I'm employing is... Well, that's a lot of stuff, huh? I'm just pulling real life people and turning them into the cartoons, right? Into the game. So what I did was I had AI look up famous soldiers from the past, and I'm just copying and pasting. I'm not really inventing anything. I'm just copying and pasting things that really existed in the real world. Pretty easy. And then Karis says, last night she played some Advanced Wars so that she could really get a sense or a feel of it. But it's fun watching her screen in Unity. It actually looks a little bit like Advanced Wars on her screen. But there's a lot that goes into that game. There's a lot of like functionality and just little small things. You don't really realize every little bit of it has to be coded. So it's not an easy thing to make. You can't make it overnight. It takes, she's saying it could take us a year to have a fully fledged thing working. I was like, damn. But part of that is just because we're so busy with other things in life. Like we don't, like last night we started working at about 10 p.m. and we stopped around 11:30. Like how are you supposed to get anything done in like an hour and a half? Imagine we could work on it for 8 hours. That'd be crazy. There we go. Is it war like tanks and stuff? Doesn't have to be. You know, if we get the basic mechanics going where it's a turn-based strategy where, you know, you move little units around on a checkerboard, we could do anything like wizards and dragons, whatever we wanted. But as of right now, we're just copying Advanced Wars, so it's just going to look a lot like that for now. Let's see, 100% Mr. Headaches and migraines are tied to digestion, especially if consistent and no other obvious cause like drinking. Yeah, I've had these headache issues, and I started suspecting it was food a while back, actually, because I noticed, you know, if I eat a food that disagrees with me to some extent, it'll trigger a migraine. And I'm like, whoa, because I've had migraines before, but I never really understood what they were caused by. I remember when I was a kid, I would eat like an apple, and, you know, I'd get like heartburn or something from the apple, and then a headache would follow. While I'm on this Wegovy stuff now, and my food's like digesting slower, I guess, You can actually feel it, like you just digest the food slower. And it's crazy because now I'm just getting like a headache like every day. I'm getting like a headache and a neck pain every single day, and I'm not loving it. Maybe it will force me to eat something different. What did I even eat last night? I'm trying to remember. I ate green bean casserole last night. Like, it's not even extreme food. That was home cooked food, onion, mushroom, chicken thigh, and just cream of mushroom soup and green beans. How can that give you a headache? So I don't even know. It's hard to figure out. My vote is that the medicine's affecting you. Yeah. Ann says it's the painkiller. No, I'm not taking the painkiller every day. I last took it like 2 days ago. But, you know, I took it because it was a really severe headache 2 days ago, too. And that was right after having lunch and then going for a walk. So pineapple aids in digesting meat. Eat some as the dessert after every meal. Does it really? I know that pineapple has unusual enzymes in it that stops Jell-O from turning into Jell-O, because I was learning about enzymes a long time ago. I didn't know that pineapple can help digest meat, though. That's very fascinating. All right, let's see what we got going on. So, yeah, I'm very aware of not overusing painkillers. I'm very aware of that. I don't want to overuse them. All right. Once you get in too deep, it's going to be more difficult to stop once you realize it's not good. I say don't take it while it's early. Okay, here's, hey, it's Mr. Is it Plow Vong? What's up, man? And he says, Jigglypuff break. Leave by Big Gray Gate. Okay, so I think that's if you win, you would like it shipped, but you got to pay $9 for shipping, okay? Just to be clear. So if you pull this card, there's a $9 shipping fee if you want it shipped right away. All right. Or maybe you're just filling out information. So this Jigglypuff is one spot away, everybody. Who's going to get the last spot? I don't think anybody has it yet. One spot left, Jigglypuff. Smoke marijuana, ganja, weed, blaze it every day, man. Oh, yeah, that's true. I could go smoke some weed, couldn't I? Isn't weed supposed to be like a painkiller? I think it is. I don't know if it would work in my situation. There. There. All right. I'm a very tense, wound-up person. Maybe I need something to calm me down. I don't know if that's exactly what weed does, though. I feel like weed just makes your brain work worse. All right. And plus, weed makes you forget stuff. We can't have that. I'm already bad at remembering stuff. Oh, check out these beautiful boosters I ran into. Aren't these nice? Oh, yeah. What's this worth these days? Got to be like $1 billion. Little Crystal Guardians, little Series 2, Call of Legends. Nice. I was looking for booster packs to grade, and these were sitting in a graded box, and they did not get submitted because upon further investigation, they weren't very good. They had scratches on them. So these are going to go into my vintage booster box. Let's put them away. Oh, right, my vintage booster box isn't up here anymore. We took my vintage booster packs and put them in a secure location in the basement because of the risk of hurricanes. Not hurricanes, tornadoes. We've had some tornado risks over the last week. This warm March weather. Did you guys know about this? This is the Princess Peach PSA 9 wax pack break. Really unusual 9. It's so hard to get 9s because these wax packs, they tend to grade like 7 actually. Even brand new right out of the box, because wax packs are just not printed well. That's just all there is to it. So they don't really get 10s all that often. So a 9's a really high grade, actually. Super awesome. I also ran into this. It says 525 on it. What the hell? No name on the back? Where did this even come from? All right. Maybe I was like trying to decide if I really wanted to sell it. Found that in a box where it doesn't belong. Let's see. Not that secure anymore. We know it's in the basement. Well, yeah, it's locked up in the basement. But it's about having a upstairs location where I can access it easily versus a locked up downstairs location where the tornado can't ruin it. You got the most versatile card collection. Always stop through to see what's here. Hope you're doing well today. Hey, what's up, man? I do have a little bit of a versatile card collection. I got a lot of those Mickey Mouse cards now. I also have some really nice Mario cards. So Mickey Mouse and Mario have been pretty solid too. I made some money on Mickey Mouse over time. It's okay. We got lockpick masters in our ranks. Yeah? Oh, that's mine. Just add that to my bag. Mister, what are you doing for your B-Day? Yeah, my birthday's around the corner, isn't it? Probably working. I don't know. I don't really celebrate birthdays too much. Birthdays were always kind of a bad thing for me when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, my family couldn't afford anything on our birthdays, so I never had a birthday party. I never had birthday presents, and like we would have a cake though, but it would be like a home baked cake. You know the reason why birthdays were so annoying? It's because they'd get you like a little cake and a little dinner, and they treat you like, all right, you're happy now, right? Like you could tell it was for them, not for you. And it's like, no, I'm miserable, dude. So birthdays were really frustrating when I was a kid. I didn't like them. I'm older now. Now I can like kind of do whatever I want on my birthday. We'll probably just get some cake, relax. I don't like to overthink it. It is. There isn't anything you can really buy for me when it comes to like gifts that will make me go, oh my God. You know what I mean? Go to Silver Dollar City. Ah, yeah. We've been there a couple times. I don't know if we'll go. I know, it's the same. Hey, mister, I bought a penis card off you from 1992. It's the only card graded ever of this card, and it's in a PSA 10. Do you think it's valuable? You got a PSA 10 Charlie Brown card from me? That's super cool, man. I don't even remember getting a Charlie Brown 10 card. I don't know if it's super expensive, because you have to think, how much does it cost to open some of that Charlie Brown product yourself and just grade that as well? So I would not assume it's worth thousands of dollars. Might be worth like $100 to $200 though. But remember, somebody else can just buy a box of those booster packs and open them and try to find a 10 and get it graded. So, you know, when you think of it that way, you have to consider like maybe it's worth like 150, because that's the premium for the 10, the convenience that it's already graded, and the rarity, the actual rarity of the raw card, the ungraded card. It's probably more the case that mostly nobody's bothered to grade it. That's the bigger issue here. Nobody's bothered to grade it. That's totally true, brother. $20 for a cake with chips and juice was my choice as a child. See, so a lot of people kind of grew up this way. It's pretty rough, man. I saw all the people. Whoa. So on February 5th, this Larvitar sold for $250. And I find that fascinating, because this is the more interesting Larvitar. This is the Silver Deck Part 2 Larvitar. And it just features Larvitar, not the Pupitar. So it's like a focus on the actual Pokemon Larvitar. So I'll make it $250. This is the real deal right here. All right, cool. Also, do you want to see the population on this? I guarantee you it's rare. This is one of the rarest Larvitar cards in existence. Like, there's plenty of Neo Larvitars. This one's going to be... Your package was delivered. Ooh. So this bad boy is population 9. That's nothing. So here's a fresh poker card for people who want to collect poker cards. Jigglypuff. One spot left, guys. Take a look at that. Hey, what's up, Mr. LaFlame? How's it going in the trenches? Oh, man, I got like a headache today, dude. Anthony Rodriguez says he wants that last Jigglypuff spot. All right, it's all you, man. Appreciate it. I've had this recurring headache that starts in my neck. It is. Can't figure it out. All right. Probably cancer. Let's grab this. So, this is Tammy's Jigglypuff that she sent in on commission, and I finally sold it. In this case, it's sold as a break card, so that's pretty cool, don't you think? And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dear God, it was already done. Anthony Rodriguez, you got 30 bucks. Oh, I hate it when that happens. All right, Anthony Rodriguez, you got 30 bucks. Let me set that to the side. Let's get this started. So there's no star card in this one, and let's go grab our custom boosters. Gold Star's going off the roof, Whipple. Congrats on the hold. Whipple has a gold star? If I want to sell the gold star Trico PSA 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we are. Yeah, those gold stars are ridiculous, man. Now let's grab a couple of these. Good. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, and 10. Oops, why am I putting this here? Go back up here. Ah, man. I bought something from you on Venmo yesterday after the stream was over. Will you open that now? Oh, I'm sorry, maybe I didn't see that. Let's see. You said you bought something after the stream. Oh, here it is. Leon Sugarfoot. I had to scroll down. It says you ordered XY Evolutions. Oh, right. I actually needed to check that set because they're all getting more expensive. I needed to check if that one's changed. That one says $76. Is that what we're charging on XY? Let's see. Yes, it is. So that doesn't really align with any of the other XY packs. So I was curious if that's underpriced because it feels underpriced. XY Evolution. I'll still open yours, don't worry. But I realized when you bought that, I needed to take a look into XY Evolution as booster boxes because it feels like it doesn't really make sense, does it? It seems like if all the other XY packs are going for like 140 or something like that, why is this one so cheap? Yeah. Here's a booster pack of XY Evolutions that just sold for 150. I think our Evolutions could be underpriced, but I don't know. What do I have this sorted by? Ended recently. And all right, here's a booster box that just sold. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, it looks like we'll want to raise our price slightly, but it's kind of interesting because it's not that much. Looks like it would go to $83. That's interesting. All right, so I'll take care of that for you in a moment. But let me go ahead and finish this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got 10 Jigglypuffs here. And let's grab our chase card, which is the Psyduck. Where'd he go? Here it is. Thanks, man. No problem, man. Sent him money for 2 DBZ Manga boosters. Sounds good, Mr. Braun. Mr. Braun, just give us a minute. We got to get this Jigglypuff handed out, and then we got to take care of a couple other people. We do everything in line, okay? So the way we like to do it, oldest order gets to go first. That's how we like to do it. There is the ability to jump the line for $5. So anyone who needs to, like, go to the bathroom or you got your lunch break's going to end or something like that, you can jump the line for $5. Usually, it's very rare. Most people don't do it. It also cannot be used on certain items. Like, you can't use it to snipe, if that makes sense. Like, if you know a box is hot, you're not allowed to use it to snipe that box. There we go. But let's say you're just buying, like, a couple packs of this or that no one else is messing with. Yeah, you can definitely jump the line for that. All right, give me a number. I bet on the house. Should be Eldon first in line by age. Eldest first in line by age. How did I read Eldon from that? All right. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. Here are the names. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Good. Here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's Cheese? Cheese doesn't hang out anymore. Cheese, he was being a little naughty, and I kind of had to talk with him, and it did not end well. It is. All right. Pronounced Brand, short for Brandon. Oh, it looks like Braun. I could call you Braun for fun. Do you want to be called Braun? Here we are. Mister, I am 86 years old. I should have priority. You're not 86. Oh, for real? Sorry for asking. Oh, it's not a big deal. It happened, actually, it happened like 2 years ago now. Give me a number. Give me a number. A lot of moderators have come and gone, believe it or not. You just might not remember them as much. Cheese was easier to remember. He has an easy to remember name. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it goes. So we'll set this here. Set this here. Okay. I think, the mistake was ever making him a moderator. That was the problem. I shouldn't have done that. Here's Team Rocket Grunt. Shouldn't have done it. He would have been better off not being a mod. All right, we got the doggy. And here's Alicia Brown. He wasn't suited for it, to be honest. There we are. Alicia Brown. Here's Brandel Vargas. Mr. Brandel. No luck. Here's Alicia Brown. Come on, Alicia. Ah, no luck, Alicia. I'm so sorry. Here's Jonathan Fernandez. Sorry, Jonathan. And Anthony Rodriguez. That's you, Anthony. Oh, look at that. First mod in Discord server, and I get treated like a hag. It's not fair. Oh, man, I still got a headache, man. Oh, look at that. Ooh, I'm only 28. You're only 28. You're getting old, Mary. Time to settle down, Mary. Here's Pao Vong. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Vong? That's going to be cold. Here's Javier Arroyo. That's cold. And here's Brett Love. Sorry, Mr. Brett. And finally, Mr. Javier. Sorry, Mr. Javier. Anthony Rodriguez with the snipe. Aren't you the guy who had the extra $30 too? Oh, not bad, huh? That's an ideal outcome. You missed the last spot and you still pulled the hit. That's about as ideal as it gets, I think. I don't think it gets better than that. Congratulations. So now you can either take the Jigglypuff or the Psyduck. Did you know that? So instead of the Jigglypuff, you can keep the Psyduck. And you won't get the Jigglypuff. Most people trade the Psyduck back. All right. I'm only 28. 28 is young. Forever young. I want to be forever young. 28's not young, bro. What are you talking about? 28? You're 2 years away from 30. You're inches away from 30, bro. It's coming for you. The 30. No! I remember hitting 30 and thinking like, man, I needed to go party out or something. I was like telling Karis, I was like, we should go do like a like gangbang or something. I was like, I need to go live life because I could feel it. But then I hit 30 and I was like, this ain't so bad. And now I'm 37, like that. Like a blink of an eye, I'm 37. So crazy, isn't it? Time flies, man. When I paid through Cash App, besides my note explaining what I was buying, name is Brandon. Yes. Can I help you? Or are you worried that your payment didn't go through? I'm just doing the orders in order, right? So I'm going in order. All right, so this is 300. Okay, we're going to add this to Tammy Lowe's credit of 141. She has $366.5. I want justice. I was first mod on the Discord server for like a whole week before it went public. And I get bullied for being young. You get bullied for being young? Forever young. I want to be forever young. I'm going to go mark that the Jigglypuff is over. We're heading over here to the Breaks channel. We have a channel called Breaks History. That's how you keep track of how everything ended. So we're going to Breaks History. Jigglypuff. Anthony Rodriguez. This occurred at 38 minutes. All right, that is done. Thank you so much. Anthony Rodriguez with $30 left over. Now, remember, we got to do it oldest order first. So the oldest order should be this XY pack. The oldest order is Leon Sugarfoot, 1 pack of XY Evolutions. Before we go any further with the XY, I'm going to be changing its price to $84. All right, XY Evolutions having a price jump. This is very common right now for the XY product. All of it is jumping. That is because Pokemon continues to jump. None of this matters. Time isn't real. All these jets doing exercises today. It's so loud. Forever Jets. I want to be forever Jets. Updating. Okay, good. It's updated. So, and let's go grab your pack, Mr. Leon. So Leon gets a pack of this. I just sent some off to grade, some XY Evolutions. Look at this, too. I found this in a box. This was rejected by CGC. They wouldn't grade it. Sad. I'd try and get tagged to grade this. Doobie 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 skidooby. Isn't California getting drone attacked by Iran? That's what I heard. The FBI warned California that Iran wants to do like an airstrike with unmanned drones. Pretty crazy. All right. So we got, oh, you got something back there. This is a good pack. Are you ready? Tangela, Rattata, Weedle. Sandshrews respectable. But what's behind the Sandshrew? Sticking. Oh, Mega Pidgeot. All right. Very good. Very nice. Mr. Leon. Okay. Oh my God, that's disgusting. He's getting so many pulls in one pack. Sandshrews decent, Surfing Pikachu's good, and a full art Pidgeot. Wow, you killed it. This is really nice. Good job. Sticky PSA 7. Nah, that won't be PSA 7. That's not how that works. It'll come down to the centering and all that, just like usual. All right. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. That was a great deal, man. You got 3 hits out of there. Man. I feel like that XY Evolution's too cheap, to tell you the truth. I do. All the other XY product has hit like $140. I think, you know, I hate to say this, but I think I'm just going to take it off the menu temporarily. I think I'd like it to reach that price before I go back to selling it. I'm going to say dash. So XY Evolution's off the menu. I do this with product that I really like. I'll remove it. Like, for example, you can't buy some of my product. It's just not available right now. I really like this stuff, and I'm surprised it's so cheap. Maybe what we'll do is we'll take a little time and acquire more of it and then get it back up for sale. But, you know, we have a dwindling amount of it ourselves, so we don't want to sell through it too fast. And it just doesn't really make sense to me. The other XY product is selling for like 140. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick edit on this and move it to out of stock. There we go. Update. I should have sold you my XY box, mister. Yeah, well, you still can. You still can. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Leon. Let's go looking for your bag. Tell me about your bag, Leon. You got a bag? What a great product. XY Evolutions is a product I've been selling for a long time, and we're actually running low on it a little bit. So that's why I'm kind of hesitating on it and thinking about restocking. So we are running low. People love this stuff. I could have only ran low if you guys bought a ton of it, and you did. I used to have 6 cases of it. I think I'm down to just a little bit. There you go. I will have my revenge. Just ordered a couple weeks ago. I already made trades for that gold star with it. I should have sold Mr. My Flash Fire booster box. I do have a bag. Let's see. I pulled a $167 card. Smash like chat. All right, so Leon is done. Thank you, Leon. This is a gym break for 2 people. And let's jump back into the queue and see what's next. I'm going to delete this. We don't need this. We have an order from Mr. Brandon. He says he wants 2 DBZ manga boosters. Brandon White. Hey, what's up, Mr. Brandon? This must be none other than the famous Brandon. Here you go, Brandon. Silly mortals. How's this set doing? Is it jumping still or is it slowed down? There it goes. All right, Mr. Brand Flakes. What do we have for you? We've got Sun Gohan. All right. Here's Dabura. Trunks Future. Ah, Mercenary 2. You got a nice SR in yours. I know there's one guy who only wants the SR. It's kind of interesting. The way we kind of do it, we treat them like bulk, except for the colored ones. That's kind of how I've been doing it. Maybe they will scare California straight. Nah, I doubt that. I don't mind that California is kind of like very liberal socially. I just wish they had low taxes. I would move to California in a heartbeat if they had competitive tax rates. But they don't. Because I don't really mind most of the other stuff. Here's Frieza. People can do whatever they want to do. You know, just be whatever you want to be. I don't really care. But money-wise, I can't be paying all those taxes, man. That's too much taxes. Okay, yeah, that's not happening. Never. It's kind of sad, isn't it? You know, the whole economy in that area, that means, is shifted around based on all the taxes everybody's paying. And then what does that tax money do? Does anyone know how the tax money is spent? Is it just spent giving free stuff to people who like are homeless and stuff? You think that that's a solution to homelessness, but you do realize it actually generates more homelessness because it allows people to stay there when what they really need to do is move to a cheaper state. That's what they need to do. That's the truth. I know that's harsh to say that. People don't like to hear that, but that's how it works. It's just like, you know, everyone doesn't get to live in the Palisades or, you know, Malibu Beach or something. That's how it works. There's places in Missouri where people can move in, get a normal job, and afford a normal home. And it's very affordable for normal people. And it's not the beach of California. And people don't like that idea, but it's just how it is. There we are. And so they keep the taxes high, and then they give all this free money away to people who are living in RVs, I guess, trying to make it in California or something. Or maybe they're not even trying to make it. Maybe they feel like they already did make it. Maybe they're like, I actually like this lifestyle. I live in my RV, and I go to the beach every day. I don't know what it is that people really like with that lifestyle. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're trapped or if they just refuse to move. I live in California. It's a bit tough with 3 Ninos. It is. I'd rather be homeless than live in a flyover state. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that take. I live in Missouri right now. Let me show you Missouri. Give me a second. I'm going to show you Missouri. Watch this. Watch this. I've shown this off a couple times, but I'm about to show you Missouri. It's a flyover state, right? Now, I don't even like Missouri because Missouri has higher taxes than Florida. So why should I live in a place with higher taxes than Florida? This is Missouri. By the way, it's like 65 degrees right now. It's perfect outside. And I'm inside working. It kind of sucks. This is 65-degree weather, Missouri. Not bad. That's a state park over there. Some giant hills out there. Look at that. It's really not bad. But you know, this lake house costs $600, $650,000. That wouldn't even buy a small house in California. I've shopped California. You need almost like $1 million for a small house in California. This is a 4,000 square foot home. Beautiful. There's our little burn pit over there. So, I don't know. You tell me. But the taxes are still a problem. All right. I mean, if Missouri becomes a no-tax state, that's really going to help. We are. $600? Fishing must be awesome. Yeah, there's people out there fishing all the time. So, yeah, it's not like people are, you know, suffering and dying out here. It's just a cheaper place to live. That's all it really is. But we don't have a beach. But it's like, there's a lot of places you can live in Missouri that has water anyways. So, I don't know. It's not salt water. All right, Brandon, we're going to treat this as a new bag. All right, there we go. Just have to make sure I buy myself a bulletproof vest. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. You know, Mary, if you lived in London, you'd have to worry about getting maybe like robbed or stabbed. They got knife problems in London. Yeah, where I live, the crime is actually very low. I live in the countryside, Mary. So there's not that much, you know, there's like no mass shootings at least. There's a lot of property crime. People steal from like boats and stuff. So I'm moving to the U.S. now. If I can get that house for $600, I meant $600,000, but it's $650. That's what we got it for. We got the house for $650, 4,000 square foot. That's our private chunk of the lake, and I got a Walmart 15 minutes away from me, so it's not bad. I know I can't do that in Florida. I can't buy a house this good on the water for $650. But I would pay 5% less taxes in Florida, so it's a trade-off, so I don't know. All right, Brandon is done. Thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate it. What do you guys think about that? Like, what are your opinions on that when you see that? I can pull up the weather, too, if you didn't believe me about the weather. I think people live in a place and they just assume it's the best place because of like, here goes, look at this. So here's the weather this week. Today it's a high of 56. Okay, it's a little chillier. It feels warm because the sun's on you. But then it's 62, 71, 65. And on Monday it's chilly. It's 31. Tuesday's 44. Pretty typical. We're in March. It will heat up by the end of June. It'll get like to 80. But you know what's crazy about that is once that weather's real warm, you just start swimming in that water. Dang, Mistress Battery's almost dead. It's always almost dead. Oops. What'd you guys think of that? That wasn't so bad, was it? All right, 1 OP 15 and 1 OP 10 for Michael Pettiford. All right, you got it, man. 1 OP 15 and 1 OP 10. I've been to Florida a lot. I think I've been there like 5 times, I swear. It's like 5 or 6 times. My family went on a lot of Florida trips. Me and my siblings went on a trip. I went on a trip there with Karis. I've been there, I think it's like 4 or 5 times. And part of it was because my dad traveled for work. Here we go. I have a Cash App order from yesterday that wasn't serviced. Oh, let's take a look into that, Mr. Michael. He's saying he has a Cash App order for me to service. Okay, Michael, from 16 hours ago for 1 Harry Potter pack. Is that right? Here you go. Let's just double check your bag, make sure that that's true. On the ZELLE order. Oh, you're saying it was a ZELLE order now, is that right? Or maybe he meant, hold on, let me get back into this. Oh, that was the ZELLE order, I see. I got kind of confused there, okay. So let's just double check your bag. You were telling me that in the ZELLE order. Yeah, it looks like you were missed. Sorry about that, man. So we'll take care of that right now. Missouri's a very cheap place to live with a lot of jobs. Just regular jobs. It's got cooler weather than Texas. Here we are. It's got Kansas City and St. Louis. Those are the cities to go do things. Springfield's pretty cool too. Springfield's neat because it's only like a 30-minute drive from Branson once you're in Springfield. So you can live in the city of Springfield, but then go on vacation to Branson every weekend. And I swear that's why Springfield even exists, because Branson exists. Branson's really neat. It's got Silver Dollar City. It's beautiful. And it's got the Table Rock Lake too, or Tabletop Lake, whatever it's called. So it's a really beautiful area. Kind of like the lake you just saw. Here's a holo. All right. You can go to McDonald's and get like a Big Mac for like probably half the price out here, I bet, than whatever you're paying in California. But that's because the people working at the McDonald's don't get paid as much. You know what I mean? So if you're getting paid $25 an hour in California, I think it's like $12 or $15 an hour in Missouri. So the cost of the food's just lower. The houses are way cheaper. There's a lot of cheap land. There's land all over the place. You can just buy land. Actually, there was a really fancy chunk of the those Ozark Hills over there, part of the Hahatonka State Park. It was for sale, and it was only $400,000. It was this huge chunk of land with direct access to the water, and you just own this huge acreage. I can't remember how many acres. It was like 28 acres or something. But it was like primo water land, and it was only $400,000. I was looking at it like, why don't we just buy this? You know, it was so good. But you know, we don't want another mortgage, and it would really trap us here to buy that, so we didn't. But it's pretty amazing. It's like, wow, I just can't believe that this exists. It's so beautiful. Karis and I got to walk the land. A real estate agent took us out there. The land comes with the already made cabin. So the cabin has a small kitchen and a bathroom. So you got this functional cabin on the lot. It's this big acreage. And you're on the side of a huge cliff. And then there's like this big pathway that takes like 20 minutes to walk all the way down to. And it takes you down to the water. And you just get this spring water rushing by. And all these, like, it's like fertile land, basically. There's all this trees and brush. It's so pretty. And you can just sit there and stare at it. And it feels like the weight is being lifted off of you while you look at it. $400,000 for that, and it connects directly to the state park. And it's like, holy dude. It's the kind of thing that you buy and you hand to your children when you're older, like a generational thing. And it's like the secret garden, you know, you and your lover or something. So it's very pretty. And all I could think is like, man, you only find something like that out here. How can this be for sale at all? It's kind of crazy. Like if you were in any other place in the world, the government would own it or some rich guy would own it. The only place you find this for sale, it's right here in the middle of Missouri, right? So there's plenty of land like that out here. And it's kind of an interesting thing. Florida's getting gobbled up by the billionaires. Florida's getting gobbled up by guys who have a lot of money. They know that area is going to get developed because of all the rich people moving there. And that's just how it's going to be. So let's see. We finished the Tammy consignment, didn't we? The Tammy consignment break is done. We still have this Lugia break, right? The Cubone is making a lot of progress. Did you guys see Cubone? 5 out of 9. Cubone is 4 spots away from finishing. Here is the beautiful Charizard. He's a brand new Shining Charizard, pristine 10, 13 spots away. And the Manganami has had some progress as well. It's up to 9 out of 32. Wonderful. Sounds really nice. Describe the scenery perfectly. Keyword used to be, so yeah, the argument with country and where doesn't really stick with me when there are countries like Japan packed like sardines and they can still live civilized. Sweden used to be a very high-trust society where none of these things were something we would ever have to worry about. Yeah, so Sweden has practiced an idea kind of like the rest of Europe where there's a very empathetic belief that the purpose or the goal of the advanced world, the wealthy part of the world, is to help the underdeveloped areas. But the problem with that is at the same time, these first world countries, they make the women work really hard. So everyone's working their ass off and you're having no children. So then you just import people from countries where they're having like 10 children per couple. And pretty soon you will just be gone. They will replace you. That's the replacement theory. It's not a theory. It's a fact. So Sweden's doing that and they replace your culture. They don't like your religion. They don't look like you. And one day they control the politics in an area and they vote for politics that are from their own group. So it becomes less like a beautiful melting pot and more like a literal invasion. And that's what Sweden's going through. And a lot of Europe's going through that. And it's, I don't know. Is it progress? Is it good? That's up for you guys to decide. I don't think it is. I think for the natives who lived there, I don't think it was a great exchange for them. I think they basically just gave up their homeland. It turns out there's very few white people, by the way, in the world. It's like 2% of the world's population is white. It's actually a tiny minority of people are white. And the majority of the world is Asian or African. But there's, you know, Asian, African, and some other, and just tiny population is white. So you got this little country, Sweden, and they're very moralistic, and they feel very bad about people who are suffering in the rest of the world. So they just let everybody in. And now you got politicians that run in that political system who say, you know, I'm going to let more people in. I'm going to give them more voting power. And they get elected because they've already got a group that's been brought in that then votes for them. So, you know, that's the funny part is once enough of the voting power has gone toward the new group, that new group votes for more people to come in. So it's something you can't stop anymore. It's no longer your country in the democratic sense. The only thing at that point you can do is some sort of like, I don't know, monarchy revolution. I don't even know. So, but yeah, Sweden will be a different thing, and much of Europe will be anyways. Some places in Europe won't, like Poland. Poland had already suffered problems from being a satellite state of Russia, but also from being attacked from the Germans in World War II. So they got it from both ends. And I think that made them very fierce about their border and very aware of sort of like being dominated by another group or being invaded. So Poland said, hell no to all that stuff. So Poland's still going to be Poland in 100 years. Sweden might not be Swedish in 100 years. Let's see. I'm speaking as a Swedish, so yeah, I can accept an argument about country and places than country. You can 100% have a very high-trust civilized society. I think you can have a high-trust society that's mixed. Everyone just has to follow the rules. That's it. And so, you know, like UAE is a very high-trust society. And, you know, they're not Swedish. So they have a high-trust society, but they follow the rules over there. So that's what it's all about. You got to follow the rules. And that usually requires conservatism. You have to say, these are the rules. They're super tough. And anyone who breaks these rules gets a very serious punishment. And then people go, oh, I don't like that punishment. I guess I won't do it. All right, here's Mr. Javier. He says, 1 live custom, 10 hollow shuffles. You got it. Yeah, UAE and Qatar, those are not Swedish or European countries, but they have a very high standard of living and they're a high trust society, but they got tough rules. So if you want a high trust society, you got to say you can't steal stuff, and if you do, we're cutting your left hand off. You know what I mean? And then people go, oh, look at this. Oh yeah, Dark Charmander. Ooh, very good. About time, huh? I felt like the live customs hadn't had it hit in a little while. All right, let's go take a look at it. Let's see. You can have a high trust society. Everyone just has to agree to follow the rules. And it's not like an exclusively white thing or exclusively American or exclusively European thing. Like there's countries in Asia where there's a lot of theft, and there's countries in Asia where there's no theft. And it just comes down to, do the people follow the rules? We are. All right, Dark Charmeleon. Oh, yeah. El Salvador is a great example. El Salvador that's a Latin American country, and they're becoming a high trust society because they built some gigantic prisons, and they said anyone who breaks the rules is going into this nasty little prison for the rest of their life. And what do you know? It cleaned up really fast. Wow, this looks great. I don't think it would regrade into a 10. So I think this really is a 9, okay? So I would keep it too. It's a great card. It's probably underpriced. Did you know that? I probably put that in the box a while ago, and the price has probably gone up. I will never doubt and argue about the fact that America is rich and full of opportunity where you can succeed. America is great for that, but I'll never accept when you tell me America is. America's good, man. I would live here. I'm living here now. Actually, I probably wouldn't move to Sweden. 10 hollow shuffles. You ready? I bet you guys pay outrageous taxes in Sweden. Okay, you ready? It's like you think that maybe Americans have access to guns, and this increases the amount of gun violence, especially if you live in a place that has gun violence. You can move to parts of America where there's virtually no violence, you know? And 1, 2, 3. And you can move to parts of Sweden where there's lots of violence, even if they ban guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But you know what occurs all across Sweden? Slavery-like taxes. So no matter where you move in Sweden, whether it's the high crime area or the low crime area, you will pay taxes like a slave, just like the rest of Europe. Is you ready? The government effectively owns you like you're a slave. And I don't like slavery, and I don't want to be a slave. Here's Pupitar. It's Pupitar. Here's Darmanitan? Darumaka. Lotad. McDonald's Pikachu. That's not bad. That's actually pretty decent. So it probably regrade into a PSA 10. That's a BGS 9.5. He says he has been sober for 20 days. Who's been sober? Can I drill a Nami? High trust, and it's a big country. It all depends on where you live. When there are countries small as Japan, packed as sardines can still... What are we talking about? You can make bare minimum and still pay 33% of that amount you earned. Sweden has the 5th highest taxes in the world. Yeah, that's called slavery, man. You just give all your money to somebody else. They own you. And they're saying, don't worry, we'll keep the slave quarters really nice. That's it. They're saying, we'll keep the slave quarters really nice, so you won't mind it. That's slavery. When the government takes over 50% of your income, that's slavery. You're no longer free. More than 50% of you is it's belonging to another person. By the way, that's the new trick in this world. It used to be a slave was like 100% owned by somebody, and then we abolished slavery. So what they figured out is we can own over 50% of somebody, but since the other 40% is technically free, they're not a slave. So that's what the government has figured out. Just do like 50% slavery on people. It's slavery. When the government takes 50% of your labor, which is your life, that's your time. That's your time to be alive. You're working. That's your time. And they're cutting in over half of it. That's called slavery. We have a term for it. So slavery never went away, just transformed. And the biggest producer of slavery today is the government. And people just kind of they roll over for it. They're like, yes, daddy government, take it from me. Here we are. And the government will say something like, oh, it's because the rich people, we have to do this to you. What? Here we are. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. That's slavery. You are an enslaved human being. It's really horrifying, actually. The more you realize it, the more you realize how horrifying it is. You're a slave, but you're scared to stand up for yourself. Sweden has a 25% sales tax. That's insane. I thought Canada was bad. Yeah, so, yeah, they tax you when you earn money, and then they tax you when you spend money. That's true in America, too. So, you know, America, if you get taxed at like 24%, you're like, that's not bad. But then when you spend the money, you get taxed at 8% off for the sales tax. You're getting way closer to 50 than you think you are. Way closer to 50. All right, so we have this beautiful McDonald's Pikachu. Let me know if you'd like to keep it or re-roll. I believe we have one, a My Little Pony. I actually like getting taxed. It makes me feel important. You pay tax for buying as well. Yeah, exactly. And in America, you pay taxes every year on your home. So you get taxed when you earn money, you get taxed when you buy the home, and then you get taxed every year for continuing to own the home. It's outrageous. It is slavery. People have to admit it. They don't want to admit it. It is called slavery. Keep. All right, you got it, man. All right, because they're not taking the money and doing good things with it. They're not giving it back to you. They're giving it away. And they're giving it to other countries, and they're just wasting it. So your money is wasted. There you go. That's why I strongly believe in low taxes. The government should do some really important functions for us, and then everyone's free. You don't own me. You don't owe me anything. Everyone's free. Free to fail, even. That includes freedom to fail. Like, everyone's going to make different choices in life. Some people are going to do drugs. Some people aren't going to do drugs. Some people are going to get mixed up with the wrong people. Some people are going to say, I've got standards. I'm staying away from you. And, so you got to make choices in life that support you becoming, successful. You might decide to work 60 hours a week, or you might decide I should only have to work 20 hours a week. Well, there's a big difference between the guy working 60 and the guy working 20 hours. There's like a 40-hour difference. And so this guy gets rich over time and he invests that and he gets wealthier. And then this guy gets bitter and he says, well, you owe me money. It's not right. That's an attack on the other person. And, I think mostly people get mad at like billionaires. I get that too. I understand the billionaire argument. It starts to look immoral when someone has way too much money. So I understand that. But you also have to imagine those billionaires, they are the ones that provided you your job. And the reason they made $1 billion is because they sold 1 billion products. That's it. They sold 1 billion products. So it's almost like they're the ones who gave the world the most joy, right? Like Pokemon. Pokemon's making billions. I don't hate Pokemon for that. And if the CEO's paid really well, I'm not going to hate him for that either. They produced Pokemon. They did a good job. Everybody wants it. So there's some spoils involved with that. All right, we need a giveaway card, man. What do you guys think? A giveaway card? What do we got? So, let's get this Dreepy giveaway going. No monopolies. I agree with that. I think monopolies are pretty bad. Although I did read a counter argument to that one time. Did you know this? So, monopolies sound terrible. The government is a monopoly. And there's a sort of efficiency to a monopoly that can't be had when you split things up. I was learning about this because it was the guy who created the major oil monopoly. What's his name? I don't remember his name. But he actually brought the price of oil down. And the price of oil rose when the government split his company up into different oil companies. So weirdly enough, because of the concept of economies of scale, he was actually able to bring the cost of oil down for everybody because he had a strict monopoly on oil. So it's weird. The bigger a company gets, the more it benefits from like vertical integration, the more it benefits from being able to sort of like pool all its resources into one big factory as opposed to everyone having to have their own factory. Kind of like a large family living in one house rather than needing to buy 2 or 3 houses. Because once you buy 2 or 3 houses, you're paying the mortgage on 2 or 3 houses, right? So if you can pool everyone into one house, you save a bunch of money. So that's called economies of scale, and it's true for businesses too, like Walmart, Amazon. They do better the more they own, and this can lead to them making higher profits, but it can also lead to them offering lower prices too. It's really interesting that way. So there was this study done on one of the monopolies that the government actually did break up, and the realization is the price of oil was cheaper when there was a total monopoly. How crazy is that? And this ends up happening with the energy companies too. So energy companies require a lot of investment, like nuclear energy. And so what ends up happening is they actually exist kind of like a monopoly, but a monopoly that the government regulates. So your energy company is sort of like a pseudo-private company, pseudo-government company, where the government will kind of tell the energy company how high the rates can go, and then they set like a cap for it. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't really be a good idea to have a bunch of, commercial corporate companies all trying to make a nuclear reactor. The government just wants 1 or 2 companies to make a nuclear reactor, and that's it. And then the government watches them. And so, likewise, those systems can actually end up with cheaper energy costs for Americans to have all of the energy ran through a single company who doesn't have to have 4 separate nuclear reactors, just one maintained nuclear reactor and a team that takes care of it, right? So you would have to hire a CEO for nuclear reactor 1, a CEO for nuclear reactor 2, a CEO for nuclear reactor 3, a CEO for nuclear reactor 4. You see what I'm saying? So there's a certain advantage to economies of scale that can actually suggest that monopolies are a superior economic system for productivity. The problem becomes if that person running the system decides they want to price gouge. And so that becomes the problem on the other end. So like, remember infamously the one guy, what's his name, Shkreli or something like that? Shkreli? I can't remember his name. But he became like, did he become the CEO? He was in charge of a pharmaceuticals company where they took an essential medicine for people. Was it for diabetes? And he raised the price like 700% or some crazy number. And he did that because that company had a monopoly on that medicine. I think it's Shkreli or something. Mister, give my spot away for someone else. I don't want it. All right, if you pull it, Mary, we'll run it again. It'll be a bit of fun, okay? All right. Martin Shkreli. Wow, I was so close. Martin Shkreli. Okay. Yeah, he's a fun character, isn't he? All right, guys, so the queue is empty. If you guys are wanting to open any cards at all, you can check out the website to place an order, or you can go to the description to place an order. So far today, we've had a pretty busy stream, but now we have an empty queue. We're all caught up at this point. So if you like short wait times, we have a short wait time. Check out the binder break. This is a $40 break, 1 in 4 odds. We're on round number 11. So this has gone off 11 times. People must really like it. And if you look, we have this Cubone Marowak. We have Ace of Spades Ho-Oh, Eevee from Heart Gold Soul Silver, Moltres Zapdos Articuno, Mimikyu. We got this Chibi Snorlax, Pecharunt, Rhyhorn, Quaxly, XY Carbink, Promo Charmander from Ascended Heroes, Promo Horsey, some ARs, some vintage Topps cards. These are all pretty good quality, that is. Some poker cards from Leaf Green Fire Red, which is kind of popular right now, I think, Leaf Green Fire Red. Here are these guys. Koraidon, Sedatan, Pokemon Go Squirtle, Rainbow Meltan. Here's Pokemon Go Gyarados, Spark, Moltres, Chansey, Snorlax, Tyranitar, not bad. Here's a vintage Diglett. Here's Okidogi, Here's Umbreon. Here's some of these, some of those. There you go. So that is the current binder break, and I could add more to it, but I actually don't feel like I could add a whole lot more because this is pretty full at this point. We have 2 popular older people kidnapped this year. It's wild. Mr. Thought on UFO researcher disappearance. Were you the one that told me that, or was Mike's side the one who told me that? I can't remember. Check this out, by the way, guys. So Pokemon Leaf Green and Pokemon Fire Red is out. Ah, that's a Leaf Green card. Now you know. Pretty neat. I think there's some used Fire Red in here, too. But the Leaf Green is, I believe, is pack fresh. So the Leaf Green could potentially grade 10 for you. It was me that linked it. Oh, okay. Here's an Ivan Rodriguez order. Ivan Rodriguez says he'll take a Zard spot. All right, very nice. Here's Charizard. Go ahead and pop you in there. Can't miss a chance on a Charizard, you know. Might as well take 1 spot. You still sell poker cards. So I did for a while. I sold them directly. I don't do that anymore. They're too valuable. However, they can show up in the binder break. All right. That's what that looks like. We got a total of 4 out of 16 people. 12 spots remain. Okay. Very nice. Can I donate for a specific song I want to listen to on stream? Or don't we do that anymore? We did that for a while. It has to be like a video game song, basically. And I don't remember what the fee was. Was it like $3 or something? I think it might have been like $3. But I could probably do that for you for fun if you want. And here's Ivan Rodriguez, Topps card you put aside yesterday. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go grab that Topps card you wanted. Here it is. So this is a sale to Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. Oops, I don't need an energy card for that. Near Autonoma, Kane Salvation. All right, we can do that. It is. I guess we could do a jukebox. What do you guys think the jukebox price should be? Like $2, $3? Ooh, Ivan Rodriguez. So there's Ivan. It can't be free, because if it was free, everyone would just ask for music all day. And I know that sounds like maybe a fun, good thing, but the truth is, it might actually drive people out of the stream. Isn't that funny? One of the things about music is we have to choose something that doesn't drive people out, you know? Well, I got a couple of these Rayquazas. What do you guys think of these? These are pretty cool, huh? Do you guys want me to put one of these up yet, or should I continue to hoard them? All right, how about some new slabs? Slabs. $10. Whoa. $5. Three seems fair. Yeah, maybe $3 for jukebox, guys. Wow, look at that Celebi. That Celebi has to go into the Poke Shuffles for sure. That is too good. That's too good. So let's find out what I'm doing on this Celebi. 100, but Mary gets to choose for free. Yes, up, because I remember I pulled a 9 on the box break. All right, let's see. Okay, so meow, 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 meow. It's a catchy Minecraft song. We're currently listening to Minecraft. It's not very loud. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday, by the way. It's beautiful outside for me. Oh, and the allergies are kind of subsided. Did you guys notice that? Did you guys notice that? Allergies have cooled down. What's going on? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's a certain tree was blooming, and we live next to a lot of those trees. It's a type of, well, when I did woodworking, we called it aromatic cedar, but I think we just normally would call it cedar. So the cedar trees were blooming out here, and they're very weird because they don't have like flowers. They don't bloom that way. They have like these yellow, their branches get longer, and then they have like these yellow sprouts that look just like the usual part of the tree. They're the usual pine needles, but they turn yellow, and they're letting out a bunch of pollen, is the truth. So that has kind of subsided now, and my sinuses thank me for it. Now it's the pine trees. Well, the funny thing is, as April dips around, I might get allergies again, because it might be the regular trees come out to play and have their blooms. Wow, look at this. Now Kyogre. Oh, now wait a second. This is Shiny Star. Didn't you put a Celebi in the shuffle yesterday? If I did, there's now 2 of them in there. Big fan of this, too. This is beautiful. I like these old cards and want to make sure we're putting quality stuff up into the Poke Shuffle. So this is not available for sale. This is just going directly into the Poke Shuffle. What do you guys think of that game, Pokopia, doing so well? I keep hearing really good things about it. I hear people are absolutely in love with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Apparently, Pokemon has already gotten over $2 million in sales just from the launch. So it's expected to make quite a lot of money over time. T10. It's Pokemon Minecraft. It was a Jirachi, says Javier. Nice. You get a Jirachi, a Celebi, and a Kyogre up in there. Very nice. Ah, here's the Charmander. So Tyler, not Tyler, well, his name is Tyler Davis. But Mr. Russ wanted this card. Here it is. Check the back of it. Okay. Making sure it's not a red label. So there is one Charmander. I often talk about how when you open up Pokemon Tops, even if you can get a common card to grade 10, one common card can pay for the whole pack. I often talk about that. Now you're going to see that in action. So Tops Charmander. Let's find out what this bad boy goes for. We're looking for the cheapest priced one. I love Kyogre. I hate Kyogre. I like Zekrom. Is Houndoom in Tops? No, Houndoom's not in any of the Tops packs we sell. It might be in the Tops Advanced. All right, so now we have sorted these by cheapest. The cheapest Charmander is right here for $155. That's the cheapest one, and that's exactly what I expected. Now, the holographic one costs quite a bit more than that. And over here on February 26th, you can see him selling for about $120. So there you go. So that's not an unusual price for him. That's a normal price. And it's just a really expensive card. That's it. So, you know, you see people opening Tops on our channel, pulling these commons out that have no stickiness to them at all. And it's sort of like, why am I selling these? It doesn't make any sense. I should not even be selling these. I should just be opening these up and grading them. That's all I should be doing. All right, there it is. Don't be mean to Kyogre and Zekrom. First edition, checkmate. What? Ah, look at this poor thing. This got a 9. Damn, dude. I wish this had gotten a 10. You know, we just had Mr. CS-Man put a holographic Alakazam Teardrops holo pattern into Slap Away for $1,100. And then this one just missed the 10. Let's find out what it didn't like about it. Such a clean card. Oops. Just slammed my cell phone. Talking a little quieter. I still have that headache, by the way. It just shows you guys how darn hard it is to get a 10 on these. It's just tough. So they're saying, let's see, centering good. It says the back centering's pretty bad left to right. Is that true? It says 62-38 on the back centering on the left to right. Is that a problem, though? You can tell if it's off-center from the front. He's got good centering. Okay. Then it says dings. Back, bottom left, and back left. Okay, so there they are. Corner wear, edge wear. Now, I know what they're referring to. I don't know about the back bottom corner. But I know this exists. Look, up in this corner, see that? This is very typical of Topps cards. A lot of Topps cards have this. Basically, it's just part of the printing. So they print it, and there's like a little impression right there. And this is very standard on Topps cards. But like, this is as good as it gets, man. Like, most Topps cards have that. And it really makes me want to just crack the card back out and try again with like CGC or PSA or something. Look how beautiful that is. I'm going to try to grade it again. I would rather not sell this as a 9 and take the time to crack it one day and just regrade it one day. Ivan would like to know if he's in the Nami break. Crack to CGC maybe? All right. So we're not going to accept that grade right off the bat. We are going to try for another grade. And you'd like to know if you're in Nami. Give me a moment. Let's see. Nami. It shall say manga on it. Nami Bake winner gets cake. Can you react to the White House tweet I sent through DM? Yes. It doesn't look like you're in here yet, Mr. Ivan. But you got plenty of time. This one's not a rush. But if you like it, shouldn't wait to get in it. That's what I always say about the breaks, you know, because the sooner you jump in, the sooner it ends. All right, let's see this tweet. Or let's see this. All right, I'm going to turn my volume down, and I'm going to click on this. Let's see what we got. Oops, what the hell? It opened up like an ad. That's so annoying. All right, there we go. Operation Epic Fury. What the hell? He's got like Nintendo Sports. I don't know, dude. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. Trump has this thing where he trash talks his opponent. That's like an actual strategy in video games. Like if you're playing like competitive, they will oftentimes ban trolling or trash talking because it actually baits your opponent into behaving wrong. And so Trump's kind of like an expert at that. He will come in here and he will just say the most nonsense, horrible thing about you, and it baits you into sort of misbehaving. And then he uses that against you. So he's pretty good at it. But at the same time, you know, people are dying. I just feel like, not just Iranians, by the way, the 7 people who died in the, only so far 7 people, the ones who died in the counterattack. And there could soon be more Americans dead. So I feel like it's a pretty big gamble. I don't think he needs to do that. It's his style, but I don't think he needs to do that. All right, let me put this away. Active shooter in Detroit synagogue. Ugh. Trump is a pro poop poster. Yeah, I'd say so. He does a lot of poop posting. All right, let's see what kind of orders we have. If we have any more orders for today, for the daytime stream, the morning time stream. Did the Cubone break go off? The Cubone break is very close, Miss Alexandra. So it's 5 out of 9, which means there's just 4 spots left. I would project this finishing by tonight because it seems to get a lot of attention. So that one's a popular one. All right, now let me grab a couple of these. We got some more slabs. Looks like I pulled a Mega Scrafty alternative art. Very nice. They've been posting truly unhinged stuff on that account. I think it's truly a strategy. I think that they try to, you know how like tyrants ban comedy? And the reason why is because comedy is actually kind of like a tool to sort of delegitimize something. It's weird. When you can make people make fun of someone else, you actually rob them of their power, right? Like if you can make fun of Xi Jinping and everyone's making fun of him, it almost defeats him in a certain way because nobody takes him serious anymore. And so Trump, he uses it. He uses the trash talking. He uses the comedy. And it's been so far successful for him. But I do feel like there's a point where you get diminishing returns. And honestly, I feel like this is a great example of it because he often takes it too far. And this is one of those examples where it's like, man, people are dying for sure, man. Like, you don't need to do it now. You know, you can go make fun of your opponent in Congress. You can go make fun of an American congressperson. But I don't know, dude. People halfway across the world dying, Americans dying. It's just, there's a point where it doesn't feel right. It doesn't work anymore. I think they're a lot more analytical than you think they are. I think they're actually run this stuff through a think group, and then they go, yeah, let's post it. I think it's a strategy. Ridicule is the strongest weapon. That's why we should stop giving serial killer cool-sounding names and give them stupid-sounding names. Yeah, we call them like masterminds and geniuses, right? The killers, the serial killers. Sure. And then we wonder why we get more of them. It's like, well, everybody's worshiping them. Infamous serial killer. Oh, wow, man. Beautifly's cheap, dude. Not expensive at all, everybody. All right, yeah. Ridicule as a weapon. Trump's using ridicule as a weapon. There it goes. There's nothing we can do. You opening packs? Yes, sir. I'm opening booster packs. That's what we're doing. Right now, we're actually pricing up new slabs that have never been priced before. We have Mega Scrafty for $120, and we have Beautifly for $45. Stabby McKnifey Knife. Like, name them something like Bobby Poo Poo or The Stupid Murderer. Do you think that tag is consistent? Yeah, for the most part. I think PSA is kind of consistent, but not always. I think CGC is kind of consistent, but not always. So it's kind of tough. You know, it's all the grading companies have, ultimately what you learn about grading is that it's not perfect. It's not a perfect science. It is a little bit an art. So there's a grading philosophy and there's a human who's making a decision at the end of the day. And if two different humans handle your same card, those two humans might come to two different conclusions on a borderline card. Javier Arroyo, what's up, Mr. One Life Custom? And one spot for the Cubone. You got it. All right, Mr. Javier. I'm going to give my second edition Charizard to PSA. Should I do it? I'd do it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Doesn't sound so crazy to me. This one's going to be a little bit cold. What's your favorite grading company? It says Colby Cartwright. Right now, probably Tag. Tag's my favorite right now, just because the price is better. PSA's price is pretty high right now. Okay, one spot in the Cubone. I've seen all this before. PSA once upon a time had a 1.5 year wait time, and their price went up to over $100. So I've seen all this before. And so right now I'm just enjoying cheaper grading with companies like CGC and Tag. BGS too. BGS has lower prices. So PSA is the only one with the extremely high premium price. The other companies all have a much more reasonable price. Makes you wonder, how long can PSA last at that price? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here we go. So we're up to 6. So it might not be a good time to kind of push a lot of cards through PSA just because their price is so high. They might end up lowering their price slowly over time again because their competitors don't seem to be raising their prices. Okay, that's 6 out of 9. I'm going to sell my Battle Day Lily and, oh wait. That was really tough, Mary. I'm sorry about the Battle Day Lily. It's just part of life, Who could have known that card was going to get so expensive over time? Grading companies have their own problems. I'm going to use Tag to grade my Zard. Wonder if there's any chance PSA lowers the price. Yeah, I think so. I saw a video of a dude grading the same card with Tag multiple times, getting different grades each time, which is not great. Yeah, I understand. I think that the other companies would do that too, though. So it's not exclusively a Tag problem. All right, so I think we have a new website order. Let's hit refresh over here. What's it worth nowadays? An awful lot. Presumably an awful lot. Nicholas Pacheco, Pokemon Glory of Team Rocket, 1 pack. Oh, yeah, I feel like I haven't opened this in a while, weirdly. All right, Team Rocket, Glory of Team Rocket. Oh, I got like heartburn. I need to eat something. I should have had breakfast. All right. What should I eat for lunch, guys? What do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I've never had a graded card before. Game over. You've never had a graded card before. We got a lot over here. Graded cards are fun. 1 pack of White Flare. Okay, White Flare. Here you go. 2 of these. Sardines and rice. Fast for lunch. Here we are. You want me to run fast for lunch? Boy, it's so beautiful out there. I showed you guys outside, and I want to go outside. The air felt warm, but a little bit crisp. It's that sunlight, when you're in the sun. It's so nice. Beautiful out there. All right. I see the video with Tag, and honestly, I don't think it's true. There was no proof it was the same card being sent to Tag. Card even looks differently centered. Oh, you think somebody's pulling a quick one on the audience. You think that's true? That's interesting. I didn't even consider that. 2, 3, 4. Gorobus. That's a pretty rough round on the rocket packs. Might want to go deeper on those. Here's Cofagrigus and Leaveney or something like that. All right, 1 AR. It's PSA rigging Tag. You think so? That's an interesting thought. Imagine PSA had insiders who were like making content that was specifically designed to, stab Tag or stab CGC. It's a very interesting idea. Mr. Nicholas Pacheco. All right, Nicholas with an N. Let's see. You should be right over here. Nathan Norman. There's a lot of people over here. Nicholas Williams. What is this? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's get this repriced. Natalie Parker. Nicholas something. Nicholas Pacheco. There we go. All right. Skibby, am I cool yet? So here's that vending Pidgeotto Series 3. If anyone ever pulls this out of the Poke Shuffle, they will just be privy to, I guess, $50. So we're taking this out now because it's never been pulled, and I suspect that it was never actually added. It kind of sucks. This. I'll set this down here now. Okay. We call shadow business. All right. Sabotage. We have an order from somebody for $69, and it's from California, but we don't know who the order is for. Does PSA show it? Let's see if PSA shows it. Log in. Mr. Chad. All right, we got a Mr. Chad order. So this is for 2 SB2s, 1 Topps Nintendo game pack. Where are we hiding our game packs these days? I feel like we haven't had a game pack opening in a little while. Here they are. And 1 Manga Booster 1. You got it. So Manga Booster 1, which is where we store that. Maybe over here? Not in here. Maybe it's being stored. Maybe we ran out of it and I need to get a fresh box. I think that's the case. No, here it is. I found it. All right. Haha. So this is for Mr. Chad. How's it going, Chad? Let's start here. Dragon Ball getting opened, huh? Ooh. Mario. Link. Hit me with your best score. And Super Mario Brothers with Birdo. Birdo doesn't look right there. Beautiful day. We've been affected by brain rot. Yeah, actually, I guess we have sort of as a society. Our society has really changed over time from all of the exposure to the internet. You ever go back and watch like an interview for the 1990s? Everyone's so quiet and meek. Everyone's so like polite. There it is. All right, let's get it. Now everyone knows, like, everyone's basically learned how to become like a show-off and a rock star and a comedian and, you know, a hipster. Hypersexualized, all of it. Edgy. There we go. What do we got? We've got Son Goku SR in pack number 1. Pack number 2. Tell me you're a wish now. That's kind of cool. King Piccolo SR in pack number 2. King Piccolo. And here we have the SB1, where you're pulling, looks like Goku and his wife. Boop. And they're recently married. I heard the new DK is amazing. The DK Donkey Kong game. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Chad. All right. I never played Donkey Kong. I can only replay Tears of the Kingdom so much. I hate Zelda. It sucks. Yeah. Ready for a new Zelda title? What do you think they should do for their next Zelda game? Here's Mewtwo. Here's Mad Cargo. And here's Primal Groudon. We have an order from Nicholas Pacheco. He says 3 packs of the Glory of Team Rocket. Okay. that'll finish this baggie off. And so that means we have to go get a new box. I'll be right back. All right, here we are. So, I heard there's a kissing scene in the new Zelda movie. What? Would you recommend a Switch 2, says Eddie. I own a Switch 2. I don't use it. It's a great dust collector. Kind of sad that Nintendo and all of them force you to buy, you know, a special PC, a special video game console these days. It really is kind of a ripoff, isn't it? All right. This is nice. My brother has had my Switch for a couple months. Yeah, I mean, I bought it for Legends CA. And we played Legends CA and were immediately disappointed. Legends ZA, more like Legends Poopy Stinky. I mean, I get it. It's like it's got these new mechanics to it where the Pokemon attack in real time. And that is kind of fun. And the way you capture Pokemon is fun. It has a nice snappy feeling to it. But the game's honestly not that complex. And you're stuck like listening to a bunch of conversations. The characters still don't have voice acting. The characters still will they'll like stand there, walk forward, and then turn 90 degrees and then move again. Like, it's still super weird, low quality stuff. But the very worst part of Legends CA was when you got close to the buildings and realized they're perfectly flat square boxes with like wallpapers over them. And those wallpapers try to give the illusion that the buildings have depth when they don't. They're perfectly square cubes. It's so embarrassing. It's almost like an unfinished game, basically. It's like an indie dev game made by a AAA company that makes billions of dollars. So it makes no sense at all. Here we are. And cold. Mario Kart World was better. Reading, not listening. I need Switch 2 for Pokopia. Kim K doing Pokies. The budget was lower than an SB commercial. Than a Super Bowl commercial. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that because I think Rattle mentioned that. He mentioned that Pokemon actually spent more money on the really stupid Pokemon commercial in the Super Bowl than they actually spent producing Legends CA. I don't know how to feel about that. All right. Thank you very much for that order. Next up, we have Mr. Alex PSX, and he says, one Harry Potter. All right, we got a Harry Potter. Here he is. All right. Did you play Pokopia? I haven't played it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I heard it's kind of dark, actually. I heard it's like this post-apocalypse world where just the Pokemon are left. Teacup to Rat, Swelling Potion, Freeze, Piggly Dudley, Potions, boop, Verdilius. Oh, you got a holo. Iclops Owl Emporium. All right, there you go. Look at that, Mr. Alex. Very good. And here's Hagrid, Keeper of Keys. Is it like Animal Crossing? It does look a little bit like Animal Crossing. Apparently, it's like another game that you might maybe never heard of called Dragon Quest Builders or something like that. And they're actually the company that made the game, too. So Pokemon hired Dragon Quest to make the game. All right, Mr. Alex, let's find your bag. It's kind of interesting. I've seen some cool videos of it now. Some cool clips. It looks fun. I think the fact that so many people are just watching it and not playing it shows that it has the potential to make a lot more sales too, you know? So apparently they got like really crazy, like $2 million in sales just in the launch. And they're expecting more sales. All right. Harry Potter's better than Genshin Impact, which is better than Zelda. Who's the ghost that gifted me a membership? I don't know. We are. Here's Greninja. Here's Darkrai. And here's We received your package, PSA. Wow, that took so long for them to check in my PSA package. I sent that to them a long time ago. PSA just checked in our latest submission today. It says, we received your package. Wow. That does not seem good. We'll throw this away. Okay, Zelda clears Genshin and Harry Potter. Alex did a pooper in his pants, and that's okay. Kim K did a sex video. Kim Kardashian's getting into Pokemon. Here's Edward Cornelio. He says Q-Bone. All right, Q-Bone goes right here. He has 2 spots left. 2 spots left, and Q-Bone is over. Good. It's going to pop off today. I think so. Could pop off in a minute here. If it doesn't, it'll pop off tonight. Sent DM, mister. Oh, I'm set. I'm checking. Let's check these DMs, everybody. The thing about Genshin is people simply don't understand it. They see it as a weeb anime game, which it is, but one does not simply enjoy Genshin because of the anime style. So it is Kim Kardashian was spotted opening packs of Pokemon cards with Steve Aoki. That doesn't mean Kim Kardashian's getting into Pokemon. Kim Kardashian's like 100 years old, man. She's not getting into Pokemon. You don't just suddenly develop a passion for Pokemon. She is 100% being paid to be there. Are you kidding me? Oh, I just love Pokemon all of a sudden. Yeah, right, dude. You know how it is. Kim Kardashian's a big nerd. Yeah, right. Steve Aoki invited her over, and they probably worked out some sort of celebrity deal or something. All right, so here's Mega Dragonite. Let's find out how much this guy's selling for. Oops. Mega Dragonite 232. Her kids are probably into Pokemon. Yeah, that would make sense if her kids like Pokemon. Let's see. So the cheapest one of these in America is $110. Wow. So this guy's kind of expensive. I did not expect that. Okay. Very nice. Dustox. Ooh. Wow, this card looks great. This is actually really good. I'm loving the art style here. That's really pretty. All right. Dustox fans must be so pleased with this card. You know, Dustox is not one of those cards that gets an artwork all the time, right? Like, you talk about Cubone, Umbreon, Lugia, Charizard, the starters. Some of those cards get a lot of cards. But Dustox, just every once in a while, you know, once in a blue moon. So they did a good job. They did a good job with that one, and Dustox fans get to rejoice. I guess Beautifly is also in that set, isn't it? She said she's Charizard hunting. It's definitely her kids that are into it. I see. That's cool, man. All right. Here's Dustox. Genshin is the same level of Elden Ring when it comes to in-depth of absolute dark stuff going on behind the scenes. I don't know. Did you just compare Genshin Impact to Elden Ring? Oh, Elden Ring. The flame of ambition. I don't know about that, Mary. I don't see one for sale. I guess I'll make it like 45. Keep it on the low side for you guys. Did you see Logan bought 12 boxes of Pokemon sticks? Now, what do you mean sticks? You mean stickers? There we go. Ah, this is a bummer. This got a 9. This screams giveaway to me, doesn't it? Bummer. Let's find out why it missed, because we want to not have this happen again. Okay, stickers. And what kind of stickers are you talking about? Are you talking about Merlin stickers? Yeah, I almost feel like they're just making up what's wrong with these cards, man. Where's my brush? Jesus, dude. I'm scared to send cards to tag if they're this nitpicky, because it's hard to believe that this card has these minuscule problems and it failed a 10, but that all these other ones didn't have this problem. Best game ever was Manhunt with the Homies After Dark. So what exactly did Logan Paul buy? Okay, so front top left. It says there's like a whole thing right there. I see what appears to be like a flake of dust, but I don't see a... Okay, it says there should be something on the bottom as well. If I pop this open and brush the card, will that just come off the card? Is the card a bit dusty? Is that the problem? I think the card has some dust on it, and I'm going to do this right now because I have to know. Ooh, but I don't have my wrench with me. I think I have to go get my wrench, everybody. I'll be back. I'll be back, everybody. I have to know. Ow. All right. I almost gave up. It looks like Karis used it and then placed it somewhere. Here it is. So, we have to find out if this card just has dust on it. Come on now. Come on now. There it goes. I have to know. These tag slabs are one of the trickiest slabs to open. That's a fact. Much harder than BGS, which is the easiest one. There it goes. So that side's coming undone. Got some Minecraft music playing there. All right, there we go. Okay, we're seeing progress. You can't be too rough because it doesn't just like pop open, it actually breaks. It's basically like working with glass. This is basically glass. It's plastic glass, that's what it is. There it goes, okay. So we got it popped off on this side. This is why I don't believe that when that kid opened up their tag slab with just their finger, I don't actually believe the tag slab was encapsulated at all. I think the encapsulator just forgot to actually hit the button on the machine, right? Like to encapsulate a card, you have to hit a button. So I think the encapsulator forgot, the guy doing that job, I think he forgot to actually encapsulate it. So it was just two loose slabs being held together by physics. All right. So now we have the card. And it's got an issue up in this corner. Do you see that little dot? That is the issue. They're very nitpicky. They don't like that dot right there. So here we go. Oh, no, it's a real dot. That's what I wanted to know. That is not dust. You know, I bet you that when I bet you when I submitted it, my brain probably didn't really care to look because it assumed that was dust. I bet you it's not that I didn't see that. I bet you, because there's a little bit of it here and a little bit of it here too. And Tag noticed all of it. They said, that's a problem, that's a problem. Yeah, so it looks like dust, but it's not. Right there, Tag noticed that, and Tag noticed that right there. It noticed all three of those. And I'm looking at it through the holder thinking, is that just dust? And the reason why you got to test that, because if it is dust, it means before you submit your card, you got to get the dust off of them. But that is not dust. Those are dots. Very cool. Okay, now we know that was indeed a 9. It wasn't just a card that had some dust on it. Got to test those things, you know. That's how you learn. That's why you guys enjoy the stream, because you learn stuff here, right? Even if you're not buying anything, you learn stuff. We talk about a lot of things. We talk taxes. We talk about the economy. But we also talk about the different grading companies, and we learn stuff together, you know? So this guy really was just a 9. Here, we'll pop him into the binder break. Don't grade him. Put him in your binder. All right, cool. It's a binder card now. That's right. There we go. Now, look, this one is a 10, though. Beautiful. By the way, this shows you how rigorous the tag grading system is, that it caught those little dots and said, So it's pretty tough grading, I'd say. Good for the consumer. Maybe not as good for the person grading the card, because now their card actually has to be a 10. But not bad if you're buying the card, huh? So that's you guys. Let's look up this Venusaur. So this Venusaur is 003. I will color that dot for you, mister. Gotta get it humid. Yeah, I guess I could have taken my fingernail to it. So we have the Japanese version of this, and it's really not expensive. It's about $45. I really like the Pokemon Go cards because of the Pokemon Go stamp. I've been saying that for a while. All right, cool, cool, cool. PSA says they received our package. We do have an order over here from Mr. TRG, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. He says, let me get into Cubone. All right. Cuboning it up over here. Team Rocket Grunt jumping into another break. Be scared, guys. He might snipe it. Okay, there we go. This goes from 7 to 8. All right, and we really just need one last person for that Cubone. If you're watching this and you'd like to see the Cubone break go off, send in right now, because we have no orders in the queue. So we just need one more person. So adding some extra slabs to the table. Look at this, man. Some good stuff. Cool cards. They're not like Holy Grail cards, but they're beautiful cards. And they got that prestigious 10 on them, the premium 10. One day, these cards could be pretty old. Not today, you know. Look at this Perugly. This Perugly's from Diamond Pearl, right? This is the Perugly with the little issue in the center. And so this guy graded 10, and he was going to cost like $500 or something. Well, what makes him really that much? What makes him $500? What is the fact that he's from 2008? Otherwise, he's just ugly, right? Same deal over here. But this guy's from 2022. So what's this guy going to look like when he's like 20 years old? Well, he's going to be way more expensive. So the question is, when do you want to buy him? Do you want to buy him then, or do you want to buy him now? One more Cubone spot. Come on, guys. If TRG is in, I'm out, says Jaded. How's the headache? Did you see my message on Discord? It's still there. I can actually tell it's still there because even though the pain has been softened by the painkiller, I actually feel kind of weak, like under the weather. So I know there's something going on that's similar to a migraine. But let's see. You sent me a message? Let's see. No, I didn't see your message. Did you say you sent a message on Discord? Maybe you put it in Gen Chat? Let's see. Do you sleep on your back or side? You might want to check with the doctor. I had something like that, and it went on in random times, too. I ended up finding out I had a small type of chronic migraine. I went to see a specialist. It could be treatable. Yeah. I think I do get, like, a migraine really consistently, and it's just so frustrating. I'll mention it to a doctor sometime. I'll mention I get a lot of migraines. I'll see what they have to say. You know, I feel like I already knew what I needed to do when the migraine was starting. All I needed to do was not go to work. All I needed to do is turn the lights off, go lay my head down, and rest for like, I don't know, like an hour. And it probably would be gone right now, but it's like, I can't be missing work, you know? So here I am on a pain med instead of, you know, laying down and just resting in a cool blanket. Here's Mr. Eddie Mendoza. He says he will jump into the Cubone. Good luck in there, guys. Brave warriors. Hey, how's it going, man? All right, good luck in there. It's called baby stress. What? Dehydration is the leading cause of headaches and migraines. I don't think it's a dehydration issue. I just drank like half a bottle of green tea here. Hunter Tipton, you did miss it, so you are off by one. I'm sorry, Hunter Tipton. I wish I could squeeze you in there, but I can't do that. So you have $40 left over, Mr. Hunter. Hunter, you might want to wait and see what I choose for the next lightning break. There'll be a new lightning break after this one. Okay, set that over there. Now, let's pop this open, shall we? Our breaks are so unique. You know, you got like the GameStop mystery packs, but it's interesting. The mystery packs don't let you choose which slab you're taking a chance on. You just end up hoping that you get something good. What's cool about the breaks is you know you're directly taking a shot at exactly what you want. That's one of the benefits of the breaks. All right, there's no mystery. There's no, like, you know, lame little slab in between. Okay, I need my booster packs. This one does not have a star spot to it. I decided to do that to keep it under 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, just 9. We were saying 10, but we just want 9. Baby stress. Yeah, Kirsten and I are getting to that point, man. It's almost time, guys. I can tell Kirsten's really stressed, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a lot easier to talk about it once you get really close to it. It's a lot, it's like a big change. It's like taking on a new role in life, quitting a job and starting a new job. It's surprising how used to our routines we get, you know? It's like our lifestyle, our way of life. So I think that's part of the struggle of having kids is you have to give up your routine and start a new routine, a more difficult one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go grab this. Good. And I think what we shall do is we shall add a poker card to this. So a little bonus card for somebody. Somebody shall receive a poker card. I'll do 2 poker cards. I felt so vindicated when I found out coffee is actually hydrating. I've always said that since it's basically water. That a plain glass of H2O is still a solid way to stay hydrated. You like coffee a lot? Karis likes coffee. I like coffee a little bit. I don't go crazy for coffee. Sometimes we get a little bit of coffee, not too much. There we are. I'm more of a Mountain Dew Code Red guy. Waiter, a glass of your finest red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 of these. All right, good luck, everybody. Haha, ha, he. You guys sticking around to find out what the new break is? We're going to have a new break. Might be 2 spots because I might jump out because TRG is in it. You know, he does well, but the trick is he's just in a lot of the breaks. That's the trick. So you don't see a miss, but you notice when he wins. That's what it is. You notice when he wins. All right. People used to say the same thing about 6. Isn't that funny? 6 is in this break. Is she in this break, the Cubone one? No, she was in the Pikachu break. I liked it when 6 was in every break. I tell 6 to go get a good paying job so she can come be in all our breaks. All right. All right, give me a number. Can I get 5 packs of the Harry Potter with my $40? I can absolutely do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's Mr. Jaded. And now can I get a number for the... Oh, wait. No, not yet. I gotta shuffle these. Let's show the names off. So one guy's got 2 spots. Mr. Kokiko does. That's a plain glass. Oh, I already read that. How about you guys? You guys got anything in your life that's stressing you out? What's stressing you guys out? What's on your mind? What's your biggest stressor in life right now, guys? The thing that bothers you the most? Give me a number. That's me. Love a Cubone, but genuinely good luck to everyone else. Ivan says 2. All right, there it is. It's decided. Garrett Nadald. Mr. Garrett. Code. Work, money. Here's Beatrice Moniz. Miss Beatrice. Code. Here's Victor Kokiko. Cold. Here's Tammy Lowe. Oh, I thought Tammy had it for a second there. Tammy, you've got this little middle evolution for Viper. Everyone's getting older and we all gonna die. Everybody's changing, but I still feel the same. Wait, I don't think that's the lyrics. I think it's everybody's changing and I don't feel the same. Everybody's changing and I don't feel the same. Here's Javier. That's a Keen song. You guys remember that guy? Oh. Here's Mr. Eddie Berto. Could be you, Eddie Berto. Let's see. Nope. Sorry, man. All right. Well, how about Edward Cornelio? Could be you, Edward. Oh, ooh, you do pick up the poker card. Edward Cornelio, 1 poker card. All right. The poker cards add a little bit, don't they? You know, I ought to have something just like these poker cards for every order, honestly, because I feel like that bonus pull is kind of nice. Kind of takes the edge off a little bit. Okay. 2 spots left. Wow, we made it to the end of the break again. That's Victor. Wait, is that Victor's first card? Oh, no. TRG is also in there. What? Oh, man. So it's either Victor or TRG. Oh, you missed. Victor does pull it with his 2 spots. Congratulations, Victor. And TRG is off by 1. You almost had it. That's scary, dude. That's scary. TRG's coming for your Pokemon. That's why his name's Team Rocket Grunt. Wow. I thought both cards were Victor's because I couldn't remember pulling his first card. So I thought both cards were his and he had a certain victory. The people were against me. They're not against you. All right. So here it is. The people were against me. That's funny. Here we are. I was rooting for you. Time to blast off again. Yeah. All right, so I will presume we're trading this card back. And I'll toss this. Cubone. He was a popular one for sure. He finished fast. He's supposed to finish fast. That's why it's called the lightning break. Lightning. Thank you, Victor. Mr. Victor, you're the one. You make bath time lots. That doesn't sound right. Lots of fun. Ba-doo, 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 doo, bee, ba-doo, bee, doo. Where's the breaks? They're over here. Breaks history. Okay, and this will say Cubone, Victor Kokiko. Activated at 130 minutes. Please, bro. And we're blasting off again. Vicky Main says, thanks, mister. No, thank you for joining the break. You had a higher chance because you got 2 spots in there. Now, we're going to take care of Hunter. Actually, Hunter Tipton, do you want me to pick out the lightning break first before we do your order? Oh, look what I found. I was looking for booster packs to grade, and look what I found, guys. I found a silver coin. Purchased in 2020, I guess. I believe this was purchased for $32. I wonder what it's worth today. So I found that. Now, we actually could use 2 new slabs because we need a new consignment slab too. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Here's a cool one. How about this Psychic King Tyranitar, huh? He's a potential lightning break, isn't he? You guys like Tyranitar? I feel like we don't do a lot of Tyranitar breaks. Let's see. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. It's too early to sell this one. All right. We're still building up our Tyranitar position. It's too early. Too early. What do we got to choose from? It's finally spring break, says CS-Man. Sweet! Spring break. How about this Pikachu? So that's Captain Pikachu. He's pretty cool, right? Here it is. Graded 10. Might be a pretty cheap one, actually. I'd rather just have the Harry Potter packs. No problem, man. We'll get you the Harry Potter packs. All right, Captain Pikachu, Gem Pack. I just felt bad because you missed out on that other one. Whatever makes you happy makes me happy, okay? So the Pikachu's too cheap to be a break. In fact, he shouldn't even be here. He should be like, he should be a pull in a box. I guess I'll add him to the live customs. So that guy will go in the live customs, actually. Leave him up here. He's too cheap. Weird, I thought he was an expensive card. Maybe he got cheaper over time. Got this Staff Mimikyu. That's pretty cool. What do you guys think of Staff Mimikyu? That might be pretty cheap. I'm really into staff cards right now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he might be decent. He actually might be a little bit expensive even. Hello, it's a good day. I'm going to open 2 cases of cards. I'm so excited. 2 cases? That's a lot. Why did it do that? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Now I understand. Okay, try that again. I don't understand. It's still not doing a good job. God, I hate this website, dude. All right, let's try that. Geez, 5 energy attack. Who's got a 5 energy? Oh, the Tyranitar, right? Yeah, he's cool, man. So if we hosted the Mimikyu, which you should all be interested in. Nah, he would be 12 spots. He's not a lightning break. He could be any other kind of break, but he can't be a lightning break. He's too expensive. What else could we do? It's tricky, man. This is why I'm always pulling cards away, because I gotta have something. Maybe this guy. Let me look at this guy real fast. He could be a lightning break. So I think I got this one a little bit cheaper than the PSA one. What was the PSA one, like 12 with the star spot? Oh, he's expensive now, though. Okay, let me try the PSA version of this. Best of XY, Rayquaza. All right, best of XY. He costs more than the Mimikyu, so we can't run him either. We could only run this guy as like a Heartbreak or something. All right. It's a great card. I really like him. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful card. Do I have anything here that could become a break? We're actually having trouble picking a break. We might have to take a stop. Ooh, this could maybe be one. I saw this. That's a nice little Void Gale Gengar, huh? He's kind of cool. I'm checking the tag slabs that haven't been priced yet for stuff, you know. All right, cute stuff. Let me go ahead and open those 8 Harry Potters for Mr. Hunter so he doesn't have to wait any longer. Case of beer promoted by Dylan is better than a case of Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7. And that's it. We're sold out. So we're out of Harry Pooters, everybody. Harry Pooter. I think it did pretty good, actually. Heavy Pooter. I'm going to go mark the Harry Potter is sold out, and you have $8 left over. Wait. Hunter Tipton sent in, that would have been $40. So you're owed 5, not 8. I'm doing it backwards. So we have enough. And it's not sold out. I did it backwards, didn't I? So there's 2 packs left. Let's put this here. Can I have the empty box? We could sell the empty box. Would you be open-minded to that? We are. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5 of these. Are you ready, Mr. Hunter? Let's get it, man. Doobie-doobie, doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie, doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie, doobie-doobie, doobie-doobie-doo. I buy empty vintage Pokemon boxes. What house is Hunter in? I don't know. We are. That's a good question. Boop. All right, here goes. Pack number 1. Piggly Dudley. So what are we actually trying to pull in here? Because I know these first cards are all commons. All right, you've got Wand Shop. Good night's sleep. Bro was legitimately about to toss the box. Crazy. No, when it comes to vintage boxes, they get tossed behind me, and then they get moved into a storage area with all the other vintage boxes. So that is actually what happens with them. And then those just get stored for a very long time. And I'll sell them one day. Spiral Dive. Spiral Dive and Good Night's Sleep. Okay. All right. And then here's Butterfly Weed Balm. Weed. Blue Wig. Spongify. Dog Bane. Dog Biscuit. Blue Bottle Broom. Quintuped. Ugh. Gross. And Flourish and Blot. All right, now I highly suspect the next pack's going to be a heavy pack. You ready, Mr. Hunter? Get the Chamber Secret set. It was the final set and was a rarer short print. Oh, really? Ready? Dog Biscuits, Quick Thinking, Canceled Practice, 2, 3, Injured, Practical Joke, and Gringotts. Okay, I take it back. That was not a heavy pack. I don't know how it works. Okay, one more pack, Mr. Hunter Tipton. You got a lot of common cards you can potentially grade. But how about a holo? Tawny Owl, Bludger in the Stands, Picking on Neville, Freeze, All right, I'm recommending you pick up those last 2 packs, Mr. Hunter. Frog Spawn and Madam Irma Prince. That's a Madam? Damn, that's some nose, dude. All right, very good. Holy nose job. Mr. Hunter, that's 5 Harry Potter packs. No hollows, though. That's kind of unfortunate. There's 2 packs left for you if you'd like, Mr. Hunter. I don't mind holding them for you a little bit. I'll take the last 2. I'm going to give the last 2 to Hunter, guys, okay? So you're going to go to him. Okay, so let's wait for that payment to come in, because I think you're making a payment. And let me get this Mega Gengar set up. I'm going to find out how much of the Mega Gengar goes for. Oh, and we should mark the Harry Potters as sold out now, right? Because they are. Sold out. Now, we will have more of them pretty soon, so that won't be a problem, because I already ordered more. But it was good to see that those were popular enough to sell through. Mega Dream Gengar. So, Mega Dream Gengar, huh? He's not crazy expensive. He can't be the break. I thought maybe he'd be really expensive. Looks like the cheapest one is $140 in the US. He could be a break. He'd just be a really short break. Or we could make him a longer break, but do $30 instead. Maybe that. Let me think about it. Let's turn him into a $30 break. So this is the new lightning break. All right, there we go. That's the new lightning break. It's Void Gale Mega Gengar. He could easily just go into the live customs, I realize, you know. We don't have to do this. Wonder what the goal of this is. Grade with tag. I told you they will sell out. So we should be ready for you now. Let's go ahead and grab this. Here we go. Never doubt vintage Harry Potter. Oh, I doubted it. I've learned my lesson. Hunter tipped in. So there better be a holo in these 2 packs, right? These are the last 2 packs. And it'd be really surprising if there was no holo in the last 2 packs, because you just opened 5 non-holo ones. Ah, there it is. Okay. Gringotts Vault Key. Cool, man. Maybe the other pack will be holo as well. We never know. Because if there's 5 cold ones, I could definitely see 2 hot ones in a row. Gringotts Vault Key. Gringott. How about this? Quick thinking. Filipino. Tawny Owl. Nah, just the one, really. Wow. Color Changing Ink. Quintuped. And Blue Bottle Broom. Wow, that's tough, man. That's a lot of packs for one holo. Wonder why that was like that. You know, I didn't shuffle the packs or anything, right? So the box just had more cold ones at the end than the beginning. Wonder why that was. All right, we'll put this in a little holder for you for fun, okay? And then let's get this into your bag. Boop. Ta-da! And your bag would be in here. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. So we have 2 more boxes of this product arriving. So we should have a restock pretty soon, because I ordered more the day it started selling. All right. Pain. No! Yeah, that's pretty painful. I actually agree, because I think what it looks like what you're trying to pull are those ghost rare faces of like the main characters. So you did get a holo, but it wasn't one of those. Thank you. I appreciate the order. Here we have an order from Mr. Jaded. And Jaded says 10 matchless fighters. 10 matchless fighters. You got it, man. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 matchless fighters. Good. Now let's start snipping these. I have some rare TCG Harry Potter stuff I'll show off one day. 1 and a 2. You know, we have a jumbo pack break. Nobody's joined that in a while. And we have the binder break as well. Those are 2 things you guys might forget about. Is you ready? The Harry Potter was a new set on the menu. That's sold out now. We also have new OP15 and Nikkei Precious. We're waiting on Ninja Spinner, by the way. That's the next Pokemon set is Ninja Spinner. Appears to just be a simple Greninja set. It's going to be Mega Greninja. It doesn't look bad, but, you know, it's going to be Mega Greninja. And then it's also got that the Flying Fairy Dark thing from the game, Legend CA. That's not going to be very popular. So the whole set kind of just rests on Greninja. That's it. Better pull it or else. Or else you're up the river. There's a Harry Potter portrait, PSA 10 for $3,000. Oh, it's called a portrait card. Is that right? So that's what you're trying to pull, guys. Harry Potter portrait. Apparently, there's one on eBay for like $3,000. Jesus. There you go, Jaded. Nothing too crazy there. Mr. Jaded. Mr. Jaded. Ooh, lovely. So I know what else went off. The consignment slab went off. The consignment slab went off, everybody. The free slab. I'll put you in here, Mr. Hunter Tipton. I know it's called Law. I think he's just Holler Premium Law. Let's see. We've also got William Wafter. Thanks, everyone, for all the likes. We kind of reconnected the giveaways to the likes, so you can get the giveaway to start sooner with the likes. Andy Dirksen. Son of Dirk. Here's Marquette. Marquette. M. Who else? Tyler TSL. Okay. So we're going to keep that going a little bit. It's a cute card. Thanks, Jaded, for the order. Appreciate it, man. So Jaded keeping us a little bit busy. So how about those consignment slabs? We need a new consignment slab break. I already have one in mind. It's definitely going to be. Oh man, imagine we did this Absol. Wouldn't that be nuts? I don't think that would finish though. So it's probably going to be this guy. I really like this guy, Hitmonchan. He's a good one. For Brandel Vargas. Okay, it's a Brandel Vargas break. Very good. And let's see. So the price was $235, right? And I think it's easiest to just round it up to $240, to be honest. So we're going to say $40, 1 and 6. There it is, 41 and 6. If you saw how expensive those base set booster packs were going for, you'd understand that this is a pretty fair deal. You just have to want to have a vintage 9 in your collection. That's all there is to it. It's a pretty good deal. There it is. Yeah, base set's been kind of exploding recently. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but base set's been kind of exploding. All right. Hey, what's up, 725 Slots? How's it going, man? I'm going to go into our consignment channel and mark the Hitmonchan as gone. Not the same as sold, just not available. All right, so wow, pretty fast. You find us with brand new cards in break. Hitmonchan, Gengar, and Charizard. This is really good quality stuff. You've got a vintage card, you got a modern Gengar, and he's a 10, and he's only a $30 buy-in. And then you have this kind of like a crown kind of card, like a big one, and it's this Charizard Shiny Treasures. Great stuff. I noticed we haven't been opening as many packs recently, and that's because everyone's been kind of focusing on these breaks. The breaks are replacing the booster packs a little bit, maybe after that one discussion we had. But we also have these pack splits. Don't forget this. So I think there's 2 people in Sandstorm, and then this one's brand new. I don't think anyone's jumped into it, but it's Primal Clash this time. Really nice. Primal Clash. Good stuff. We've also been pricing up a lot of slabs, so I think people have been waiting to see if a really good slab pops out, which a couple have. We've had some slab sales. All right, show the trade slab. Yeah, the trade slab just has 1 spot left. Now, the way the trade slab works, you can give up your holographic cards in your bag or just really anything you don't want, and this will be turned into $5 and you'll be placed in there. So there's 2 ways to get in the trade slab. You can either buy in for $5 or get rid of a card you don't want out of your bag or a group of cards, and instead of paying any money, you just get to get in here on that trade. That's why we call it the trade slab. How do I ship BGS slab holders? You mean like BGS display? Is that what you're talking about? You want to buy a BGS display case from me? Is that what you're talking about? Always good. Hope you're good too. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Kind of been really busy actually, really, the last couple of days. Busy as hell. You need 2 of the BGS slab holders. All right. And I don't have those on the menu by chance, do I? Because they have changed in price. Yes, so the menu for these is woefully out of date. Nobody ever buys them directly from me, but these are way out of date. So the price on these have dramatically gone up because we've been selling out of them, and they just continue to sell. Hold on, let's see. What is the amount you pay annually for that? For the water shared well. We have never paid for the well at all that I can remember. Also, in pulling the tax records, hold on. Getting some questions from the real estate agent. All right, back over here. So BGS slabs have gotten way pricier. Here it is right now, actually. So the BGS price should be like 21 actually. So it's not much different actually. We had it as $20 in our little sheet here, but it's 21 now. So I'm going to update the PSA CGC as well to 21. And actually, it shouldn't just say PSA CGC. It should also say, well, you know what? The way it should work should say PSA, BGS, SGC. SGC is also 21. Let's see. CGC. 21. And number 5, which should say tag. We're working on a holder right now. This should say sold out. We're working on a holder right now for booster pack, graded booster pack protectors. They're display cases. So we're working on that right now. Oh, man, I'm getting a call from my real estate agent. I can't take this. Hold on. All right. There we go. Can I ship with my cards if possible? Yeah, I think that would be possible. When you go to ship, you would just additionally order the BGS holders. So you can see the BGS holders have gone up to 21. All right, cool, guys. Placing this over here. She thinks she's going to call me while I'm live, guys. You want to hear me take a call from the real estate lady? She's going to be like, blah, blah, blah. She's going to tell me that we need all this stuff before she can list it, right? Is that what it is? She's going to say something about my wife not having the right last name. When Kirsten and I bought the house, she probably still had her old last name. Since then, she has changed her last name to be my last name. All right, let's see. So that is probably about to cause a problem. Oh, man, this Raiku's beautiful, man. Is she cute? Not really. I mean, she's just, I'm not calling her ugly, but I'm saying that I don't think I've really seen her up close. I don't think I've met her in person ever, actually. Everything we've done it over the phone. But she just looks like a normal real estate agent. You know, she looks like, she's not like a OnlyFans model or anything, if that's what you mean. I'm not either. Here's Slowpoke 9, a rocket card. What a beautiful card. Rocket Slowpoke. Okay, Rocket Slowpoke. So, I can see we just got an order from Mr. Jaded. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mark? Andrew, how's it going, man? Ugh. What do you guys think? Should I watch that new live-action One Piece Season 2? Should I watch that? It looks like the cheapest Slowpoke 9 is about $40, but that's the first edition version. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know. We'll just do it. Little boat. Mr. saying the right word since Karis is listening. If it's on a shared well, there should be some sort of agreement includes annual payment. The previous listing of the property, when you purchased it, showed an annual assessment of $75. So I would assume there would still be an assessment needed to continue the use of the shared well. Oh, okay. That is a question for Karis. Let me go ahead and, because Karis was the one paying the bills, I'll ask my wife. All right. She is right now getting ready to post the posting. This needs to be figured out so the listing can go live. All right, there we go. Don't turn into a weeb, mister. My wife. Oh, did we never price this? I feel like this is a card that Miss Alexandra Noor would have an interest in. There we go. Do it for Nico Robin. Oh, you're talking about the One Piece. My brain's all scattered brain. All right, Topps Spiro. So what we're doing, because there's no order in the... Oh, wait, there is an order in the queue. Of course. We got to take care of our friend, Mr. Jaded. There is an order in the queue. I guess before we do that, let's just try and find a price for this thing. So there is no Series 1 holo of this Spiro. I'm going to go with a whopping $400 on this, which actually feels kind of low. This is not the Topps Chrome version of the card. It's the much harder to grade Series 1. Not only that, but it was graded by Tag, dude. Tag is one of the roughest graders on Topps cards. So Mr. Jada says 2 BGS holders, slab holders, jewel case. All right, let's grab your bag and write that on your bag. So when it comes time to ship, listen carefully, Mr. Jaded. When it comes time to ship, you need to tell me this. Wait, maybe I can do it with a sticker. We just need a way to confirm that it's owed to you. You got a thick bag, dude. How many spots left in the crystal break? Like 2 or 3. 2 BGS display. All right, now I'm telling you, whenever you ship, take a second, get my attention, and tell me to include the BGS displays. You got 2 of them, and they're already paid for, okay? Because that's when we'll have them added in, all right? Is at the time of shipping. Now, the Mega Nidoking, yes, you're correct. He's 2 spots away. You're correct to ask because he's quite close. That's 1 new spot for the Nidoking. A Mega Booster Pack is about to go off. 2 spots left in it. There we go. So we got this beautiful Spiro here. Series 1 Spiro. That's pretty hard. Hope I don't forget, says Mr. Jaded. Well, I wrote the sticker on your bag, so that should help both of us, okay? I don't think you'll forget. But the sticker on your bag will remind both of us. Like, even if it arrives to your home and we both totally forgot about it, you'll see it on your bag and you'll be like, wait a second, I paid for those. All right, here's Quilava from Sandstorm. Damn, dude. That is such a lucky good thing. We got a 10 on a Sandstorm Common. That is going to be like $100, $150 right there. So like, and Quilava too, huh? That's so cool. That is a lucky, lucky, lucky 10. Let's see if there's even one of these for sale. Oops. Sandstorm, Quilava. There it is. He is for sale for $150. That's what I was anticipating. Wow. Super cool. I don't know. I feel like that should be a break. I'm gonna put that to the side. That one's too good. That one needs to be a break, or it needs to go into the live customs. I'm gonna place that one to the side. It's way too good. Here we have, wow, pristine Regigigas. Look, it got the pristine grade on it. So with pristines, I'm doing ×4 their gem value. That's what I'm doing because it's so hard to get pristines. $400 Spearow, my heart. Yes, that's a very rare Spearow. What you have to understand, there's Topps Chrome Spearow, but Topps Chrome is much easier to grade. This is Series 1 Spearow. He's like impossible to grade 10. So that's an extremely rare Spearow. That's going to be one of the rare Spearows you can collect as a 10. Regigigas, and his number is 123. Why don't they show me the Regigigas? This is the one I want. Oh, there it is. So he's about 35. What's 35 times 4? It's 140. So pristine Regigigas shall get 140 for his price tag. Because he's a special Regigigas. He's not just any old Regigigas. He's a pristine, which is a special thing when it comes to tag grading. Your card really has to be pretty flawless to get pristine. Try it yourself. Grade a couple hundred cards with tag and see how many actually get the pristine. Mr. Never puts anything good on the table, only blue balls us. So we were going to make a break out of this Captain Pikachu, but I think he might just head off to the live customs. And I think this card would do well in the live customs as well. And it's not that I don't put anything good up on the table. It just doesn't last very long. And then we have a lot of good breaks on the table too, by the way. So anything good, like this guy right here, he's pretty good. Anything good I put up on the table tends to get snatched, right? And then by definition, when you see it sell, you go, oh, that must have been good. Like, look, here's a nice card. Look at this. There's Ryuno Glide Mega Dragonite MA, $110. And if it doesn't sell right away, you will think, oh, he just didn't put a good one up. But if it's sold like in 2 seconds, you'll be like, that was the good one. And then, of course, it's gone. And I don't have any more of them. So by nature, when these cards hit the table, they start to get cherry picked. And then I like a card like Quilava. I got to put some hits into that live custom. I can't just have the live custom be leftover cards, you know? Like this could go in the live customs because it's harder to sell Poker Larvitar for $250, but it could go in there. But I don't just want all of the, you know, I don't want all the live customs to just be leftover poker cards, right? It just wouldn't be right. It's not a good strategy anyways, but I don't feel like it's fair to the other guys, to the guys who want to buy those. So we got to have a certain supply of high quality slabs going in those live customs all the time. Here's that Lugia break. Nobody's in it so far. Kind of surprising. This one's pretty cool. Look, there's Mega Scrafty Altart, $120. Mega Scrafty. He hit the table. Here's a Radiant Greninja. I think he's really good too. He could go into the live customs. Here's Venusaur. Hitmonchan's really, really good. Nobody's excited because he's a 9, I guess. So you guys don't consider that good, but I do. We are. All right. Let's use the 3 cards in Battle Deck number 3. I might have to start putting cards into Battle Deck number 3 to get it moving. I don't know. How do we get the first one to fill up? Look, here's Battle Deck number 2. It filled up. How many of these cards were mine? Mark, Victor. This one was mine, huh? Hunter, Tyler, Abraham, ID Chronicles, Oscar, Hot Kemet, Phil Vasquez, James Bean, Jennifer Yap donated 1, 6 donated 1. Yeah, we just had more people participating last time. People were, they were adding cards to deck number 2. Now, we got deck number 3 is being built. This will give us some variety, people. So if you want some variety with the gym decks, check this out. We already got Mr. Jaded, and he actually donated this Charizard to deck number 3, which makes it super awesome. And we got Austin Albert. We got Nicholas Pacheco. Now, I added a couple of these. I added a trainer card. I don't remember what this was going to do. Here's a plus 40 energy. Here's computer search. Here's Bill. Bill is draw 2 or something like that. This is switch. This allows you to switch your opponent's Pokemon. And now what we need is a whole bunch more. So we need you guys to donate just a junk card. It doesn't have to be good, but we want you guys to donate it to it. We want you to feel like it's interactive. And I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of work. People are like, maybe people don't even know what they have to donate. It is. But when you open some cards, look at your cards as you open them and be like, oh, I'll donate that one. There we go. I know you guys got cards you would donate. I'm confident in it. Maybe what we'll do, maybe we'll create a baggie, and it'll be called the Deck 3 donation baggie. And I'll say, add some cards to this, guys. What are these? Sorry? Question mark? Donations to create the battle deck. Check my bag for something good, says Mr. Patrick. All right, Patrick. I'm trying to remember your last name here, Patrick. What are we doing? Here's a Patrick Mallory. Patrick Gagne. Patrick Brady. There's a couple Patricks. Peter. Pokedama. I could just take old abandoned bags and make those guys donate. Oh, yeah, this guy really wanted to donate. Pat Gibbs. That's what I thought. Okay. Pat Gibbs. Here it is. So you say add something from the Pat Gibbs bag. All right. So this is going into deck number 3. And if we look, we've got a cool Snorlax. We got Dracloak. We got Mewtwo's pretty cool. There's it's up to you what you want to donate. So you can donate something worthless. You can donate something that you think looks like a powerful card. Some people donate like the weakest card or the strongest card. Here's Espeon. He looks kind of nice. Here's poker cards. They can't be donated. Carablast. Eco Arm. You could donate a trainer, and we can come up with rules on the trainer. Gyarados. You can even donate non-hollows. Just up to you. It doesn't matter. It's about wanting to affect the deck. That's what it's all about. So I want you to think about, how do I want to affect the deck? What do you want to do in there? Here's a Shuckle. Maybe you just like the idea of Shuckle being in the deck. Like, it would be funny if Shuckle was in there. Oh, those are some old junk commons, probably when your bag got started. The Full Art Bull. Full Art Bull. Okay, give me a second. Who was that? Bouffalon. All right, Bouffalon's going in for 220 HP. Cool, man. So now when people play deck number 3, they're going to pull your Bouffalon sometimes, and it'll decide if they win or lose. Right? Check mine as well. I'm sure I've got stuff to donate, says Mr. Nicholas Pacheco. All right, let me go ahead and grab deck number 3 out. It's all part of the fun. I could easily fill the deck myself. There's no problem with that. There's countless cards over here, but I want you guys to be in there. I want you guys to see your donation pop out when people are having those battles. And I want you guys to see how fun it is when your card like beats another card. There we are. I want you guys to think about what you want going in there. Oh, no, wait a second. This was a, my bad. I was looking at my computer screen. This one is a Pat Gibbs. There it goes. All right, Mr. Gibbs, me some more Pokemon. So in goes Bouffalon. And now Nicholas does want to donate, though. So let's go find one, Mr. Nicholas. It's like, why wouldn't you want to be in the deck? It's kind of a cool thing. It's like a chance for people to see your name. Here we are. So we got Nicholas Pacheco bag number 2. All right, so you got all these hollows, and you can even donate a lowly hollow. It doesn't matter. Here's Espeon. Here's a trainer. Here's an Axew. The Poopy Beetle. Reshiram. Team Rocket Crobat. Here's a Pecharunt. Snorlax. Leaveney. I think you just pulled that one today. Stoutland. Honchkrow. The Anteater, I think. Gothitelle. Makes me feel like a Poke Gym trainer. Yeah. Yeah, you're putting your deck together. All right, so that's out of baggie number 1, okay? Please take the weakest one you can find. Okay, so that's Pacheco number 3. you'd like to find a really weak card to put in there. That's a thing. It's a really funny thing. And let's see. I notice people will sometimes look for a really weak card to add. The weak cards are funny because if you get pulled on a weak card, it guarantees you lose. So that's baggie number 1. Baggie number 2 is all tops cards. We can, in fact, put some more of those top cards in there from here. Okay, all tops cards. You got a lot of tops cards. And now maybe something from here real fast. Oshawott 70. That's pretty low. Snivy is 70. Okay. Sonberry. Duskull is 60. That's actually lower. So Duskull 60 is lower than either of those. 60 is probably as low as it goes. I don't think I've seen anything lower than 60. Here's a 90 Stoutland. 80. 90, 150, 70. You could put this guy in here. That'd be pretty annoying for somebody. Here it is. So what do you want the Snorlax as well? Okay, so we'll add Snorlax. So what do you want the weakest one? You want it to be the Duskull or you want it to be the Pharaoh Seed? The Duskull is technically weaker, but the Pharaoh Seed's more annoying, I suspect, just because it's Pharaoh Seed. And then we also have the Snivy and the Oshawott, which are 70s, but they're more attractive looking. Snorlax and Pharaoh Seed, perfect. So you're putting in a real strong one and a real weak one, and that's a lot of fun, you know, because it actually creates a lot of scenarios where your card either hands out the win or hands out a loss, depending on what they get lucky with. All right. And honestly, what are these? This is maybe $1. This is maybe $1. So it's like donating $2 to the deck. And the whole deck can be made this way. There we are. And I don't think anyone here is going to beat the Charizard donation. So that's kind of like the king of the deck, sort of. The ace of spades, so to speak. Yeah, somebody's donated the ace of spades already. It'll be hard to beat that. Look at that. He pulled it in Korean, so it's not too expensive either. Pretty clever. You could, in theory, you can find a stronger card that isn't the Charizard. I don't know. Maybe AI can help you look it up what it needs to be, but that's pretty good. That's going to be one of the high cards for sure. Okay. Somebody beat the unbeatable Whale Lord. Venusaur EX 370. Mega Venusaur. Ooh, Mega. All right, Mr. Jaded handed out the Charizard. So there it is. Nicholas Pacheco, Nicholas Pacheco. And I should write some rules for the time bomb, because I can't remember what originally we were going to do. Time bomb should be removes, trainers, and energy cards. So that'll be what the bomb does. If you pull the bomb and your opponent has like this energy card, he loses the energy card. Computer search is find whatever Pokemon you need to beat your opponent. Bill is draw 2 additional cards, which is what Bill's always kind of been. And switch can be switch opponent's Pokemon. Switch only lasts for the current turn. It's not like a card you get to keep. Although it would be interesting if it worked that way, but it's starting to get too strategic at that point. I think we still need another energy card in the deck. We usually have a couple energy cards in the deck. So we got Bouffalant now, Charizard, Dragonite. This is cool. See how this is 230 and this is 230? That creates a scenario where you can tie with the Salamence. So if your opponent pulls Dragonite, it looks like you might lose. But if you pull the other Salamence, you're still in the game. And then there's Ferroseed. We also need a Ditto. I like Ditto in the deck because Ditto is the can't lose Pokemon. Is it a 30-card deck? It can be a whopping 54-card deck. Or however many of these however many of these deck guards you get from one packet. All right, that's really fun. It's 2:06. It's time to wrap it up, guys. That is the end of the stream. We're at the 3-hour mark. We were just working on our Pokédeck there. I had a lot of fun with you guys. Some breaks went off. We've been handing out spots in this free one. We're going to finish this free one off tonight, so you'll want to be there. If you don't want to miss it, hit that subscribe button. YouTube will tell you when I've gone live, so you can know when I've gone live if you were subscribed. I'm going to hand out a couple more of these. We always hand out free stuff. Pretty soon, we're going to hand out a real nice one donated by Mr. Mark J. Valerian, so you don't want to miss that. And we just have a lot of fun here. We have a lot of conversations and a lot of high moments in the stream, and it's been a pretty good thing. Look at those likes, 58 likes, amazing. Okay, then next stream my order. Oh, let me take a look at Miss Alexandra's order. I didn't realize you placed one. Let me see. Hold on, sorry about that. So it says you got an order 6 minutes ago, and your order is Pokemon Ascended Heroes ×3. Let's see if we get these open. 1, 2. What do you know? We need a new box of these opened. Okay, give me a minute. If I can reach it. Here it is. Miss Alexandra, we would never miss your order. Not in a million years. All right. I'm glad we worked on deck number 3 for a little while. If you guys want to work on the deck or have your names in there, you got to tell me and we'll take care of you, okay? It's honestly pretty cool having your name in the deck. Just like a little fun thing. It's like being able to put your name on the table. And it's all for a good cause. It's for the breaks. The gym breaks. New box luck. You got some new box luck coming your way, Miss Alexandra. Okay. There it goes. The rest shall go down here. Sharing a box with the Destined Rivals. Now, what do we got? 3 of these. Thanks for the order. I really appreciate it. So nobody, by the way, has pulled the Ascended Heroes Altart Gengar. I'd love to pull that. Okay. Let's start snipping. Let's start opening. Here we have Pignite, Fan Rotom. So you've pulled an AR out of 3 packs. You're already pretty much ahead. Especially if that grade's 10. Heliolisk, Sealcoon, and Clefairy, Trevenant. Rawr. All right, 1 Fan Rotom it is. Not exactly Gengar. I'm sorry. Wait, you got a box, right? You got a box? You do have a box. It's this box over here. I forgot. My brain said you had a box, and it was right. You have a black box. There it is. Alrighty. So here are these lovely hollows. We'll place them back here. And here's your Fan Rotom. We'll place him back here. Do you have a place where I can donate cards and graded cards, sometimes to children or children's hospitals? I don't personally have that, but I could set that up. If people want to make physical card donations to the hospital, I'm sure there is some way to get that to happen out here in Lake of the Ozarks. Lake of the Ozarks is not a particularly wealthy place. It's the middle of Missouri, and it's actually kind of known for being a little bit poor. But there are some really nice houses out here, too. So it's like this funny mix of people living in sort of like trailer houses and then other people sitting in a lake house. So it's like a mix of that. So I'm sure there's, I know there's a children's orphanage out here because I've seen commercials for it. I watch the news out here. So if you ever want to donate cards to something like that, a cause like that, I can work together with you to set that up. I don't mind. All right. Philanthropy, in other words. How do I get in the free slab? Hey, Milo, to get into it, you have to type in the word free. That's how you do it. You type FREE, capital F. But you're going to be out of time to do that because now we're hopping off. In the evening stream later today, you can try again to get into that free slab because it hasn't gone off yet. Okay, sound good? I'll see you guys in the evening stream.